turning this on, people. Turning it on. Turning it
I
on.
was wanting to shout.
All right. I believe that we are feeding out to the folks out there. Let us know how the audio is. You are joining us live on Player so that we could hold guns and... we could hold those things. So these things aren't like sad and lonely anymore. There you go. So we can hold guns. That's why we're on Player. Walter can hold rocket launchers. Not active rocket launchers. BabyFace
Inert.
P.
That's inert. Don't get all excited. It's inert.
BabyFace P can do his thing. There you go. Whatever that is he's doing right there. That's right. So, if you don't know this, YouTube won't let us do it. So we go live on Player/Who Moved My Freedom. Or you could just search Who Moved My Freedom podcast. If you're listening on the audio, you want to know how to join us live, go to Player/WMMF. If you're watching this, because we still put it up on YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube and you want to know how to join us live, go over to Player. We're doing typically Mondays. I guess we'll do some other days if we get a chance. It's been really crazy for me. So pretty much FreeForAll Mondays is what we got. And that's, we're going to do the best that we could do with it. I don't know. Walter, are you ready? Or are you still looking in the Stargate?
I was trying to find one of those infamous...
No one has any all of a sudden. No one has any.
Well,
Lola brought me one. It's not even complete.
They're legal now, aren't they? Aren't they legal now?
We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that tonight. I almost called it bump stocks, but no, bump stocks not yet.
You gotta film me. I was at the camp Flamingo. I was disconnected from the interweb. You got to tell me about the whole not the pistol brace stuff, but the other
other goings on,
the frames and receiver stuff.
Yeah. So we're gonna talk about all of that. We're gonna get into all that stuff. Let me shut some stuff off here. I think I got too many things on. All right, so we're gonna get into all of that. If you guys are ready, let's hit it. Let's do this.
Welcome back to the Hank Strange Situation, Lifestyles of the Locked and Loaded.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Franklin Armory. Franklin Armory provides 100% US-made firearms and awesome binary option triggers. Their focus and purpose is to provide freedom tools to all Americans, especially those in not-so-free states. So when you're in the market, please consider Franklin Armory. All right, here we go. We are live. Let's see. Let's throw everyone up here on the screen. We are live. Let's do jazz hands. Come on with the jazz hands. I hope you guys have your big girl panties on. This is episode 1006 of the Who Moved My Freedom podcast. Of course, it's FreeForAll Monday. The title is Pistol Brace and 80% Frames Rule. We could also be talking about the rules, but they also rule. So there you go. And, of course, joining me live to do that, there we go, Babyface P. I'm not sure why he's getting pixelated.
That's not me either.
I blame Walter.
It is not me, and it's definitely not Walter.
I don't know why that's going on. That is so weird. I could swear I've got... Yeah, my internet
up a little bit.
Yeah, there we go. Sometimes, sometimes it gets a little, out of hand, but there we go. We are live. This is episode 1006. What's going on, dudes? What'd it be like?
I survived the weekend.
Don't start yawning. Don't let the brainwashing get to you. What is it? What's that thing called?
AI?
No. Damn it.
AI.
Where they move the time back and try to Jedi mind trick.
I hate it. I hate it.
I don't like it, but it's like, okay, after a few days you get used to it. Move along.
I hate it. I don't like it being dark at 6 o'clock. I hate it.
Yeah, DST, Daylight Savings Time. Yeah.
Okay, so none of us here have lived where there hasn't been that. In the United States.
Okay. So I've definitely lived without it.
It's been getting it gets darker anyways as you go into the wintertime because so just leave it the fuck alone.
But Unnaturally so. It's not giving my body's time to get linked up
What?
with the
Take a dump?
circadic
Come on.
Rhythms. It's not. What is it? It's not circadic. What is it?
Circadian.
Circadian.
Cicada rhythm. Yeah.
The cicadas come and go in through your ears, and then that's how you naturally adapt instead of this bullshit. You know,
Well,
it's unusually dark. Yes, it does get darker during the winter months. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
Well. No, it'll be over before you know it.
Yeah. It's mind control.
In my list of things to worry about, it ain't one of them.
That's not on the list. That's not on the list.
No.
Shout out to everyone out there. I see 42 Chill. Jade Grew is out there. Let's see who else we got here. Shooting Gallery. Ennie is out there. Shout out to him. Cujo74 is out there. He says Babyface got a new puppy.
That's not a puppy. That's not a puppy. That's an old dog.
Yeah, if it's a puppy, it's born full grown.
About a year and change.
That's a hunting dog.
He still acts like a puppy, and he is a hunting dog.
That's a hound
He's
dog.
got a good nose, but he does not. That dog just don't hunt. He would not be a great hunter.
I'm gonna crack open an iced tea, so forgive me.
You know what happens to hunting dogs that don't hunt a lot of times?
That's exactly why I think I have him.
Oh, yellow. Someone said a foxhound. Okay.
Yeah, he's a foxhound.
Yeah,
I think that's a walker. Looks like a walker to me.
He doesn't have the skin folds of a walker because we've done so much looking on the internet. I'm going foxhound. The difference between a walker and a foxhound, they're very close. So.
Okay. Yeah. 42 Chill says, show him how to hunt. I agree with that, Patrick. You can get out there on all fours. And
he's gonna run.
You know what happens? You let a hound dog out that wins something, you'll never see that dog again.
I'm not sure what happened to him, but ain't nobody looking. That's all I know is nobody's looking for him. So he's mine now for the time being.
Right.
He's a good dog.
They'll run across the damn county if they're chasing something.
Yes, that's what I have heard from multiple people.
You've
got to cut when you're hunting with dogs and you're running dogs. You got to cut the dogs off, or they just keep going and fucking going.
Okay. So basically, they use the dogs just to scare or run
them in front of you. Yeah, so you can
track the prey. I think, right?
Yeah. 42 Chill says, take him in the woods with fox scent. There you go.
Lord have mercy. No, I would never see him again. He'd be gone.
He found the right person.
For now.
Yeah.
Is that what they call that?
Yeah.
I'm the right person.
He was like, this house looks welcoming.
Yeah.
I'm going to roll up in here.
This car does, because he was on the side of the road.
Oh, okay.
He was on the side of the not interstate, but he was on the side of 121.
Oh, okay.
Which is near the house.
Yeah. So there you go. If you're a dog out there that is homeless and you're looking for someone who will take you
Don't come here. I'm full. This house is full. There ain't no space.
I'm surprised he's getting along with Buckshot. Like, Buckshot's not...
Buck doesn't like having another dog in the house, but he also doesn't hate it. It's kind of funny.
Okay. So he's got, like, all in one almost. He gets a baby brother, Chromie.
We're not... We still don't have a guarantee of keeping him. I've still got one friend with high hopes that we'll take him over there and he'll like him.
Okay.
But beyond that,
okay. Well, I mean, I can't do it. That's all I know. Yeah. I'm out of the dog having or any kind of pets business.
You should be. He's you would like him. He's a good dog. He's better than Buckshot. I can't believe I'm saying that, but Buckshot's a little terrorist. He is way better than Buckshot.
Now, if I had a dog, you'd have to be 100% self-sufficient and all kinds of shit.
That's not how dogs.
And when you come over here, with both of those dogs, now Buckshot, nobody's coming in this house. Not Buckshot, not that other dog. Buckshot, I let come in the house, even though he poops on my floor whenever he feels like it.
Jesus. Yeah.
But I can deal with him. I'm not letting both of them in here. That's too much. What's that?
This dog is better, has a much better disposition than Buckshot.
Yeah.
Much better. He's super friendly. He's actually friendly. Very
Yeah, I feel like Buckshot drops bombs on my carpet just
I don't
deliberately.
understand why.
Yeah, exactly. It's funny because Patrick and Marley were over here, and the baby, but I don't think Buckshot was here. And I was no, Buckshot was here, and I was telling Patrick, you better look out because Buckshot has a way of, dropping loads, and then I step in them, and he's like, "Ah, come on!" And guess what happened? Guess what happened?
Patrick I know what happened. I heard about it.
He steps right in the poop.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just telling me, "No, that doesn't happen."
No, Buck doesn't do that. No.
Steps right in the poop. So, yeah. And then Buckshot, I don't know, he probably took off somewhere. But there you go. So, all right, let's see what else is going on. I know Walter is dying to share with us. You guys talk about the weekend.
Oh,
we should let Walter go first so he can, because he's got stuff, Patrick. I don't know.
Yeah.
If you've got
I got
some
nothing.
stuff.
This is a quiz for the audience out there. Tell me what, if you guys, you know it alls out there. Tell me what this thing is.
Okay. What you got, Patrick?
Polish. I'll tell you, it's Polish.
Oh, Patrick.
I was gonna
Patrick.
say Polish,
Okay.
Beyond Polish, that's all I know.
It's not a potato masher. I mean,
No.
It's not a meat tenderizer in one sense of the word. But
Okay.
I was at the Battle for Veterans in Zephyr Hills over the weekend, and there were vendors there, and one of the vendors that was there last time was selling all kinds of cool inert ordnance, like rockets and bazookas and stuff like that. So I got this thing, which is still tell me what it is kind of thing. You can look at it. It's on the internet. You can find it if you. It's Polish.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll say that. And
I was telling you that reminded me of when I was a kid reading Sergeant Rock comic books in England, in jolly old England, and this, boom, right there. It's not exactly the same, but there you go. Yeah. See, look at that. As soon as I saw it, I was like, "Oh, that reminds me of when I was a kid reading." Because Sergeant Rock always had these kind. That's a World War. Is that World War II or after?
Cold War.
Sergeant Rock.
Cold War. Okay. Sergeant Rock was World War II, I think.
Yeah, Sergeant Rock was set up in World War II. This is actually World War II into the Cold War, actually, too. So this was not. Just
okay,
World
so
War
that's a more advanced version. Okay, what else you
got? I got me an RPG, inert RPG round from my RPG launcher, which is also inert for those that are, safety sallies. Yeah, so this has. When you pull it out of here,
when the tip hits it, that's when it goes off, right?
There's joy when the tip hits. Come on.
Yeah, is there a plunger in that tip, Walt? Let's see the tip. Show me the tip.
Their impact detonator.
Hold it up, right?
No, you know what? Back up. Well, I know some are, some aren't. I was watching about Ukraine, where the Ukrainians they put a metal sleeve over the outside to create more shrapnel.
Okay.
The Russians do too, actually, but they have a predetermined flight length, and then they detonate. They'll detonate in the air. So.
Oh, okay.
But this is actually a Chinese training round, and it's real. It's aluminum. It's all for real. I mean, you can buy resin ones out there, but I didn't want a plastic one. I wanted a real one. So
you need metal.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
So
with all the,
can that actually be launched by some kind of
Well, I mean, you could technically, if you wanted to launch it like a Estes rocket kind of launching. Yeah, you could do that.
Don't give the ATF ideas. Nope, it can't. Nothing. Can't do anything.
But it would be completely inert. So
yeah, weren't we? Didn't we shoot something off like that? What was that thing we were trying? What was that thing?
It would be akin to putting a rifle grenade on the end of an M1 Garand or FAL. That's basically it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What was that thing that had like a 22, and then you put the thing on there and you would remember we were doing it with the Hoff had that? Do you remember we did a video?
That was an AK round inside of a.
Oh, that was an AK in there, yeah.
Inside of one of these guys, just to simulate.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. All right.
This is an RPG 2. Hoff had an RPG 7, which is a later model.
Yeah. By the way, shout out to the Hoff. Walter doesn't agree with me.
Oh, God, don't.
But I'm going to show this. Rest in peace to Hoff. He was our buddy. And guess what? I feel he would appreciate what I'm going to do right now. If he was still here...
You want me to do my best Hoff imitation?
Wait, let me show it to you first. Wait. Let me show you this first. I said this to Walter and Patrick, but I don't think that they saw it. So let me see if I can open this up here. This is a video that's on the Instagram.
I didn't watch
Look
it.
at this. Oh, now who does this remind you of? Okay, in my mind, the Hoff either had a twin sister or he did a reverse Tupac on us and transitioned over to becoming a female rapper of some sort.
Negative.
So for the people listening on audio, we're looking at this old grandma chick rapping, old white grandma chick. That looks like the Hoff. No.
I don't think at all.
No one agrees.
Does she go by y'all just salty?
This is offensive. I would be so if I die, do not compare me to an old grandma chick, okay?
Oh, if something like this comes up, you getting compared.
Hell no.
Just get ready. This is how you could do it to me too. You could do it to me.
Oh God.
That's okay. I won't hate on you in my grave. But look, I did a freeze frame. Look at that.
No.
No, not at all.
Jesus Christ.
No. Okay. All right.
You doing him too dirty. He did not die for your sins. So
If
you could
Rich
do
was
that
here,
too.
he would love it. He would love it. He would think.
I'm gonna have
Or
to.
he would. What would Rich say, Walt? You said you know what Rich would say to me for that one.
No, I'm saying I know what Hoffman would say. Hoffman would probably tell you to fuck off.
Probably. Probably.
What are you fucking nuts?
Most likely.
Yeah.
Or he would say, you know what? In my spare time, that's what I do. He would embrace it. I feel like he would embrace it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he'd embrace it all right.
Shooting Gallery said that does not look like him at all. Laugh out loud.
Yeah, Joe, you know what you're talking about, man. Joe. Oh, come on.
And 42 Chill says R.I.P. Hoff. Yes, R.I.P. Hoff. We do miss him.
You know.
And I think if he was here, he would appreciate that. That's what I think. We make fun of each other. We make fun of each other. And speaking of making fun of each other, Joe did send me something. I don't know what this means. He sends me 2 kissy emojis on this. So you guys tell me what this means.
There's a girl taking the shout.
You can kiss his ass because he ain't really getting it.
That means
Thank you, Patrick.
That means you can keep your motherfucking ammo.
Yeah.
You guys are okay. You know, he might be ready. He might be ready. He might need. Joe might be ready for some ammo. Might be ready to wheel and deal.
Look. Everybody's ready for some ammo, but everybody has their limits.
I mean, I'm talking a lot of ammo.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't going to give him like 20 rounds or anything like that.
No, I tell you to shove it up your butt for 20 rounds.
Able Defense Mike says, "Ooh, Tech 9." Yes, Tech 9. That's what we're showing.
That reminds. I was on Facebook Marketplace. You guys have seen stuff on Facebook Marketplace. You've probably bought or sold stuff on Facebook Marketplace. Somebody had this Cushman scooter engine on Facebook Marketplace, and he acted like he didn't know what it was. Oh, I don't know, blah 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 blah. Make me an offer. So I offered a guy $100. He sends me all these like laughing emojis back.
Yeah, he knew what he had.
Yeah.
I was like, you fucking dickhead. I mean, come on.
That was you took the bait. That's the bait. That make me an offer is just the bait.
Well, when you say make me an offer, I'll make you an offer, and then if I'm like low, we'll say I need to have this. And I'll say,
just say nah, it's too low. Sorry.
Yeah.
Have a nice day. Not like try to insult me.
That ain't worth that much, is it?
Yeah, but you need to at least set the. I agree. You should set some kind of window.
Everybody
right?
that does that make me an offer. They know what they want, but they're too chicken.
Yeah, they just need to put a number instead.
Yeah, or they're just trying to see what people are really willing to pay.
Yeah,
for that
yeah. They're waiting for that Cushman jack off that'll give anything to get the engine. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I'll give you $1,000, man. I'll give you $1,000. Yeah. I hope the guy got stood up. That's what I hope happened.
Okay, don't be bitter. Don't be bitter, Walt.
No, me? No.
42 Chill says 900 trillion. I guess that's what, like how many rounds?
Here's my
how
offer.
many rounds? That's a lot of rounds.
Come on now. Come on.
900 trillion rounds? What?
Yeah,
what are you?
Do I look like Ukraine or something over here?
Are you a begging Israeli or something or what? No. I tell you what. Before I went to Zephyr Hills,
they got ammo.
Before I was led to Zephyr Hills, I was watching one of the feeds one night. It was actually at their time it was near dawn, and the fucking thing was just machine gun just going off, just tearing it up. I mean, 50 cals and little ones and big ones and flashes and booms and fuck.
Well, I'll tell you, the Israelis aren't messing around, and I don't blame them. I mean,
I don't mess around.
Those dudes are hiding out. Those dudes are hiding out in schools and hospitals and all that kind of stuff.
When they got their American people begging for a ceasefire. Oh, we need a ceasefire. We need a ceasefire. Fuck that ceasefire stuff.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing I think Netanyahu said that he's gonna do a ceasefire if they turn over all the hostages, right?
And they're not gonna do that.
Including there's like about how many is there? Like 6 or more American hostages still, like people who are American citizens. Something I think the number is something like that. That they have at least that number, like 6 to 8.
Did we ever give the Germans a ceasefire? Did we ever give the Japanese a ceasefire?
No. When people mess with you, you have to look at it. Like I see a lot of stuff. I'm looking at some of the news stuff. Like I look at breaking points. You know what is it? Sager and what's the it's like a Indian dude and then this hot chick. What's the name of that?
I have no clue what you're talking about. And I normally know exactly what you're talking about.
I think I think the channel's called Breaking Points, and there's an Indian guy, and then there's like this chick on there, and they maybe like maybe she's liberal and he's conservative or something like that, and they talk about stuff, and but so there's a lot of folks out there that have the sentiment like, oh, these poor people. You know what?
What poor people?
Put yourself in this position. Someone rolls up on you in the middle of the day. Okay.
It kills your ass.
And does what happened to the Israelis. You're not going to be talking about breaks or nothing like that. You're going to be straight taking people out. Mm-hmm.
It kills me. Did we give after 9/11? Did we give the Taliban a ceasefire so they could go wipe their ass someplace? In the beginning, no. They bombed the living fuck out of the Taliban with B-52s 24/7, and we were kicking their fucking ass until we got like we normally get here, and you can't. The Israelis have taken. I mean,
No, it's called what is it? Fuck around and find out.
Well, it's start no shit, there'll be no shit. That's the and this time the shit is gonna. There's not going to be a whole lot.
Walther Arms has been making concealed carry handguns for over 90 years, starting with the PPK. Today, Walther is based in the good old US of A and still builds quality firearms like the PPQ and PDP for personal defense and competition. So when you're in the market, please consider Walther Arms. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Walther Arms. Shout out to the Walther Arms. Look. I'm rocking all the paraphernalias.
Walther
today,
Defense. I see Walther Defense. Yay! Anyways,
shout
back
out to
on the shout out to Walther Arms. Yeah.
Yeah. So here's who I was talking about. By the way, you guys don't know these? You don't ever see the YouTube thing? It's called Breaking Points. Oh, Crystal and Sager. So this chick is Crystal.
No idea who that is.
I don't know what I'm guessing her name is something Crystal, but they have this thing called Breaking Point. She's kind of cute. She's kind of like a cute chick.
Is she liberal?
Yeah, she's the liberal one, I think. I think she's
There's no such thing as cute liberal.
Sure, Patrick. If we put a PP test on you, it would be different.
Hey, no,
this is
no
the brain.
Liberal. No liberal.
The brain. The brain is talking.
I don't.
You know how many crazy liberal chicks they are? Ugh. I'm sure if we did the PP test of you when
there's a rule and it's called don't stick your dick in crazy.
Oh, true.
Those are the type that turn around and go, he raped me after a bar one time.
Yeah.
Because they just did. Yeah. No, you don't do it.
With his eyes.
He forced me to do that.
So
don't do it.
How, if we did the PP test of you when Britney Spears was doing the crazy knife dance? Come on. I know you saw the crazy knife.
She liberal? We're not talking about crazy. We're talking about liberal here.
I'm guessing
you're conflating.
Britney has to be. Come on.
She's just plain nuts. Cellophane pant nuts.
Britney
Spears. Did you not see the Britney Spears knife dance?
She's bipolar. Lord. That's what Britney's.
Don't
Britney
make
Spears
me have
bipolar.
to find the Britney Spears knife
She's
dance.
She's bipolar. That's typical bipolar things. Well, 1 second you're normal, next second you're Jekyll
I didn't even know what was going on with the Britney Spears. You guys can look it up. I'm just pulling up stuff here to show people. I didn't even know what was going on with the Britney Spears knife dance thing when I saw it. I just saw it all over Instagram, and I was like, what the hell am I looking at? Why is this happening? Let's see if I can, let me see. I should be able to, I'll show you guys a little bit of this here. Hold on.
I just had an awesome
Let's see if I can show you just a little bit. Here we go. Walt, let me see. We got to go back here.
That's her sister.
No, look. This is Britney Spears doing some kind of crazy...
that's Britney Spears. The other one
that's Britney Spears doing some kind of crazy knife dance.
Look at those eyes. Look at the eyes.
It's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, for sure. Cray.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't put your pee-pee in that.
But I still contend you are saying that. You're saying that right now. We're all here. But if we weren't there to look... And Britney Spears was doing
and she had taken her medicine.
Yeah, Patrick, look at your camera and tell us truly.
Do not put it in crazy. They will pin you down. You'll have a kid out of a little brown baby will come out and she'll swear it's yours and you don't know where it came from. You don't want this. You don't want this. I'm telling you.
And she would go, that's from when I did the crazy knife dance for Hank Strange.
I have it in my DNA. I can make kids like that. And you're like, woman, no, that ain't my kid.
Yeah, so anyway, yeah. So, yeah, listen. Fuck around and find out. It's perfect. There's, you mess around with people.
That whole thing
happens.
over there, and nothing's going to change over there. Just like us and the Russians before the wall came down, the Russians were the instigators all over the world with all the revolutionary stuff. Once the wall came down, when they went broke, they didn't have a pot to pee in. All that stuff stopped.
Yeah.
All you got to do is do a preemptive strike on Iran, and destroy their infrastructure, and boom, all of it stops.
Yeah. But if you think about it, look, if you're not home, this is the start to a lot of action films, right? You're not home, some crazy dudes kick in your door, kill your babies, drag your wife out, and do horrible things to her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you come home, you will be like Rambo. You'll be putting on the bandana and loading up magazines and slinging shit over your back. Yeah.
A few words. Kill them all. Let God sort them out.
Yeah, so that's
I don't disagree at all.
And once you do that,
mm-hmm.
if you have an enemy, you have to fight your enemy and completely defeat the enemy.
Or
the enemy never goes away, and the Israelis have never gotten rid of the problem completely.
Yeah.
This
part of the world has always been in contention.
We force them into giving this and giving that and giving this to those poor Palestinians, and it's like, okay.
Listen.
I see Palestinians with English passports and American passports and all these other passports trying to get the fuck out of that place. Why were they there to begin with? On vacation in Palestine? Or the Gaza? I mean, there is a beach there, but that's...
Listen, this has been going on for a long time. I think I know the solution to this. You guys... I have thought about this in my ways of wisdom. By the way, shout out to Ham Radio 2.0. Ham Radio, he said Rambo was too nice. And Sam Dunstan says, don't dip your dink in crazy ass ink. Okay, there you go.
That's a good one.
So, listen, I've thought about this. Here's what we do. This part of the world's in contention. You know what we do? We turn it into like Disneyland. Nobody owns it. We do like what Solomon would do. We take that shit over. We own it. We build a wall around it and sell tickets to it. You could go in. And, if you behave yourself, if you don't behave... Listen, because people have fought for this, Walter, since before time was being recorded.
None of my boys.
BC, people have been signing. You're
diddly fucking around in that sandbox over there. No.
Oh, well, I've got news for you. It's happening.
Once again,
happening.
Give them all the bullets they need, all the artillery shells they need, and let them take care of themselves.
No, there's actual soldiers. There's actual soldiers out there.
But we're not talking about run of the mill Private PFC Gomer Pyle. He's not there.
No, we're talking about our best guys. That's who.
The guys that are
that's
over
who
there
always
now
has to pay the price.
Don't play that take prisoner game thing. They don't fucking take the prisoner game.
I agree with you, Walt. But this is the best of the best, like they say, right? The best America has to offer. But they're out there. When they're out there, they're in danger. Being badass doesn't keep you from getting killed.
They did sign up for it. Remember that.
For sure. But I think the way to deal with all of this is we make it Holy Land, and then we get money. You go in, you pay us money. Anyone who wants to go in. Otherwise, you can't go in. Otherwise, you can't go there.
I don't want nothing to do with that Holy Land.
That's the way to do it. it.
I love to go see some of that stuff.
And anyone who wants to, there were a lot of people. I had a lot of friends last year that were in Israel. And anyone who wants to fight about stuff like that, we make a big ass coliseum somewhere. We put them in there, or maybe like a dome. I don't know, like a.
I don't know. This conversation was going to end up like
we make a dome, that you can swing around, and maybe there's some weapons, like you can grab like an axe over here, or so a sword on this side, and you can swing back. Like the Terradome. You ever heard of Terradome? Mad Max. No, Thunderdome. Thunderdome.
Feed them in and let the tigers out. That'll take.
Terradome is something else. I don't know what that's from.
The Thunderdome. Mad
Thunderdome,
Max.
I know what that is.
Yeah. But ultimately, if people are really going to do this, we should just take it. We should just take that place. We own it. Nobody else could go there unless they pay for it. And that's how it goes. Everybody moves out.
Speaking of cray-cray.
Remember Solomon? Remember what Solomon did with the baby? Do you remember that? Do you remember that from Bible studies?
For one, I'm good with
saying what I'm saying. You don't want that place.
Mm-hmm. I don't want it. You don't want it. But there are lots of people throughout history who want it.
The Middle East in general, with the Arab fellows over there, they're not. It's not a. They don't think the same. Their makeup is not the same as our makeup. I'll just say that. So. And that's a genetic makeup. We'll just say that.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, but like I said, this has gone on for a long time, and if you go back to the end of World War II, this is how the whole stupid. I don't even believe in the UN, by the way.
I
don't think the UN should exist.
I had this discussion with some real British people, and they're not arguing with that. They know what the Brits do.
Wait, hold on a second. Is that a slight? What do you mean, real British people? So what does that mean, real?
Let's not go there.
What does that mean, real British people?
born in born in Britain and born in England.
Okay.
That's a real British person. Like,
right,
I'm an American. Right. I'm born here. Yeah.
Right. Okay. All right.
I'm
go
an
ahead.
indigenous fella.
What do the real British people know?
They said the same thing we say. Yeah, the Brits turned it in clusterfuck and run out.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
They don't deny that. They know that. It's not. There's no excuses made. No.
Yeah.
That's what they did.
Yeah. Just remember who. A couple of things happened. America at one point saved England's ass, and then before
America
that,
at one
they
point
kicked their
saved
ass.
the whole free world.
Yeah.
So.
I lived in England. I was born in a country that is a colony of England. This is my personal feelings about the British people. I don't think everyone in England is like this, but they don't really yearn for freedom.
Not desperately enough, I don't think.
They don't really. Some of the people do, but most of the people don't yearn for freedom. They yearn to be ruled.
I have news for you. Most people here don't yearn for freedom either.
Agree.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I agree.
So you can't.
That's the problem we got.
And look at the Palestinians. They don't learn for freedom either, or they wouldn't let Hamas.
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah.
What they yearn for is a free ride over there, and they get it because these stupid fucking countries give them all this money, and they turn around and buy weapons and build weapons with the money.
It's a game. If you look at a lot of people,
you can fix the game. You know how to fix the game.
Listen.
Remember, follow the money.
Yeah, listen, it's a game that a lot of people outside of America play, right? So if you look at people who immigrate to America, maybe not you, Walt, because you were born here, but your mom and dad came here, right? Or
my
was
dad did, not my mom. My mom. Well, they came a few generations before. So.
Okay, so the people who came here, who come to America, and I was having this conversation with Lola. Those of us who come here to America and we want what America offers, right? And we accept it, we value it, and we accept it, and we go, you know what? I want this American life, right? I want to embrace this. And then there's the mofos who come here and they're just playing the game. They just go, I'm going to go to America, I'm going to get free shit, but I'm going to fuck America up just like where I came from's fucked up. I'm going to do all the crazy shit I do over there. Or I don't really care. I'm going to take everything from them and send it back over here, do whatever. Those are the people who, like, and this is not just, like, you can't just put that on people from the Middle East. That's people from all over the world. Africans are coming here and doing that. People from the Caribbean, where I come from, are doing that. People from Europe are coming here and doing that shit. Those are the people messing it up, because if you think America is beautiful, you want to come here and you want to continue this. You want to grow this, contribute to it, and embrace it. But not everyone does that.
You know who's messing it up?
Who?
The people who give it all away. That's who's messing it up.
Who do you think gives it away? I agree with you, but who do you think is out there giving it away?
If there's no giveaways, there's no reason to come, is there?
Right. Okay, but who's giving it away?
Same reason they fight, then they kill each other and swim across the English Channel to get to England, because once they get there, it's a free ride. So
I think that's human nature. Everyone wants that free ride, but they don't want to give up really what they are and where they came from and that culture. But they're not willing to stay wherever they came from and fight for it and make that place better, because they really don't. They're not interested in that.
Let me see. Shitty sandbox over there. You're living in a sandbox city, thing. Or come to nice green England. We got all the stuff, man. Have it all. It's free.
This happens in a lot of cultures. You do have cultures, though, who do come to America and do absorb this, who have even come here and fought for America, right? But there's increasingly, and that goes to everyone too. There's people who came from Africa, from the Caribbean, from the Middle East, from all over the place, from different parts of Asia, came to America, and then wound up fighting for America in different wars, right? And became part of America.
Naturalized citizen.
Yeah, but more and more, that is not what's happening.
Yeah, well.
That's not what's happening. And I think that is the thing that's really messing America up. And yes, Walt, there are people out there who this benefits them. They don't give a shit. And those are some people who, if you look in their families, like if you look at the Bidens, those people have been here for a long time. But they don't really care what they do to America and how much they destroy it and all the shit they get it into. Maybe they feel like they'll go live in Mexico City or someplace like that and build some kind of paradise over there and watch this one burn. But there has to be some kind of thought in your brain that you don't even care. You don't care about your kids. You don't care about the future when you go to a place and you just destroy it. It has to be that, So anyway, that's my thing. I see that. I see this. Like, I know I came here and embraced this shit, but I know there's people who did.
Right. Well, and a lot of people do.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people do here, and they do better than the people that are here because they're hungry. They're hungry.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But when you come here and all you want to do is bring where you were with you and set up little town and act the same way and do the same silly shit, the same way you treat your kids and your wife and everybody else.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to go back to Guyana. Guyana's, if you take away the people,
it's a third world country.
It's a beautiful place. It's a beautiful place.
There's a lot of beautiful third world countries.
Yeah, but I don't want to go there.
Much prettier.
I mean, Cuba. I don't want to go Cuba's beautiful too, but it's a third world country.
And the people,
I mean, they can't flush the toilet paper down the toilet. They got to burn it, and that's third world. Boom.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a pretty simple way to regulate. I mean, to judge what a third world country is. But when you don't have a proper sewer system, you got a third world country. If it's running out the back of your house down the street with a pig slopping in it, you got a third world country.
So let me ask you guys this though. What do you think? Because I know I'm looking at it from my perspective, right? As a recent immigrant to America, right? So I can remember
more recent than
you guys. Okay, you were born here. You were born here. Yeah, you were born here. Walt
I know
was
no
born
different.
Here. Yeah, I know different. I lived outside of America. I came here. Why do you think the people who are in power now, and I don't think it's just, I'm not talking about liberals or Democrats, it's Republicans, conservatives. Why do you think those people are willing to like flush America down the
money?
Why?
Money, my friend. Money.
They will sell their soul for anything.
But what does
there
that
are folks out there that will sell their soul for anything.
So then what do they do with that money? Do they live in this America that's on fire?
Yes.
They can,
look at the ones living in San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
You just build a big wall around your place. Come on.
Yeah, but that's a good example. Look at Pelosi. That's how you get crazy ass people breaking into your house and smashing you in the head with a hammer.
They don't care.
Well,
they have so much money. They don't care.
That's when your husband's a homosexual. But anyways,
I don't know, but yeah.
And a drug user probably, but that'll never come out.
Listen, I think it's crazy to think about why would people be doing that. Why would people be doing that?
No, I agree. Why would you sell out something like that?
Oh, they're back.
Because it's easy. It's easy to just make money and say screw everybody else.
Well, and there's also this mindset, and this is a Democrat thing, of creating a following. You know, if I let you in here and let you have all your fun and your stuff, you're going to vote Democrat. You're not going to vote you're not going to vote conservative or restraintful with any kind of restraint. You're going to vote like, hey, fuck it, just do it, baby.
Yeah, but it wasn't. But there wasn't always like that. If we take Biden and we rewind into his past, right?
It was never.
He wasn't talking this shit before, right? He was talking law and order and all that.
It wasn't popular then.
Mm-hmm.
See, now it's the thing. Just everything's a free for all. So, hey, I'm for it, baby. Yeah, come on.
But does it seem to you like they're thinking about what's gonna so that kind of like, if I agree with what you're saying, it seems to me that person who has that is like, hey, I'm gonna die anyway, and I don't give a shit what happens after I die, but there'll be all this money.
Yes, that's exactly what's happening.
Okay, but that seems like insanity to me.
It is. To us regular people, it is.
Okay.
His Joe Biden, just like Safety Harbor Firearms, there'll be a picture of Joe Biden someplace forever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there'll be a 50 cal rifle someplace forever. There'll be something with that forever. I have a legacy.
I see.
A legacy, yes.
Huh. Okay, I never. You know what? I didn't think of that. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
so he's immortal.
See?
He's already immortal. It doesn't matter.
And now, you're right. Forever and ever, there will be a statue, a picture of him. Now, his cricket ass family, but that's another story.
It's nuts, though. That just seems insane to me. It seems insane.
Regular people, it don't work that way. That's sociopath behavior.
Mm-hmm. If I stop doing what I do today, I give two shits about where my name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're gonna take a quick break here. We're gonna come right back and talk about some other stuff. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like High Point Firearms and Full Forge Gear, bags and gear for everyday life. Did you know High Point is an American family-owned and operated company located in Ohio with over 30 years of manufacturing experience? High Point is proud to be the home of the working man's gun and your source for affordable handguns and carbines with a lifetime warranty. So when you're in the market, please consider High Point.
Are you time traveling, Hank Strange? What are you doing on the break there?
I don't know. Spam. Someone's trying to spam call me.
Somebody spammed you.
I could swear I shut my phone. Oh, but it came through the.
Did you just get an offer to be a prince in Nepal or something, or what?
Oh my God, man! No matter what you do, these freaking spam calls are incessant.
Lately I haven't been It goes like in waves. It seems like to me. It'll go in.
I don't know what they. I don't know. I'm not sure what they want from me.
I have friends that answer all that stuff.
Oh,
I say, I talk to them all the time, and I just mess with them. I ain't got time to mess with no.
Yeah, I don't have time for that either.
Yeah, I think I do know people who do that craziness.
Yeah, my son would do that sometimes. I don't got time for that shit.
You know who does it? John. Our buddy John Crump. He does it. He's got.
Why doesn't that surprise me at all?
Well, yeah, John. Well, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, because after meeting John, he's a character. He trusts me.
He's eccentric.
There's a John you see on This thing, and then there's
oh,
John.
you have no idea.
That's watching the really bizarre stuff on TV, and it's like, oh, this stuff.
You don't know. That's that's nice, John.
Yeah,
that's tame. That's not the crazy man. Which, as Lola says, yeah, everyone around me is crazy. I'm crazy too. So
I have my moments.
Yeah. Oh, you guys are definitely crazy. Patrick has his own special brand of crazy. And you, Walt? Oh yeah, you big crazy.
I keep my crazy. I keep a lot of my crazy way under control. If I was crazy, it's really crazy. There'd be a lot of.
What's the name of the? You'd be killdozing it down the street. I know. I'm in the car with you when you see people driving those electric golf carts.
I hate those fucking. I was telling people over the weekend that own them. I hate those fucking.
Oh yeah.
And the reason I don't like it is because first they're unsafe to drive on a road with a regular car. It's like just a hopped up go-kart is all it is. And secondly, they get like this special. I can't register a freaking military Humvee, then I can get a license plate for a golf cart.
Oh, I see.
You tell me how that's.
That's why you're mad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
of course I am. Yeah,
right.
And the golf cart people riding around with 6 or 8 people in a golf cart, kids not tied
going
in,
2 miles an hour,
holding babies in the front seat of the golf cart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't understand how a Humvee is good enough to drive around in Afghanistan, and get blown up and do all this shit. But no, can't put that on the road.
No,
not on the road.
No. Florida's got some. Well, I know why the golf carts are there because there's a lobby. There's a golf cart lobby.
There's a golf cart lobby? No, really?
Probably.
Oh, I'm sure there's a manufacturers association for that. Sure, I'm sure there is.
I believe it.
Hookers and cocaine took care of that.
Hookers and cocaine. Did you guys see that story about the big? I don't know where it is now. I got to go look for it. That all these politicians and big government officials and law enforcement, military people were all using hookers. Did you guys see that?
No.
Yes.
Really?
Right.
What the heck is this thing?
Really?
I mean, obviously, yes, obviously.
Who was the madam that had the big black book that never got released? Really, who was that? What was her name? She went to
Heidi Fleiss. Was it?
Or the list from Pedophile Island.
You're talking about Ghislaine Maxwell.
Well, yeah. I mean, if I would have been her, I would have dumped all that shit right out in the.
Yeah, or Ghislaine. I don't know what. I always mess it up because it sounds whatever it is. It sounds bad. If you look at this, there's stories out there. I could just flip this one right here randomly. Feds peruse client list of powerful Johns. That's in quotes. After bust of high-end prostitution. Justice experts expect big names to drop in cases that also win fame for prosecutors.
No, they won't.
So that's going to be interesting to see who's all included in that. I don't think that's coming. That's not.
There won't be any big names. There'll be some little fish, but there won't be any big names.
Or they'll just put out all the Republican ones.
That will happen.
Well, that's
high class prostitution rings smashed by feds offered a sordid menu of threesomes, unprotected sex, and liaisons with Asian companions.
Jade,
with
Tiffany,
names like
Bing,
Jade, Tiffany, Bing Bing, and Sexy Chew.
Bing Bing. Oh, you're going to take a long time, Bing Bing. Yeah, you're good. Yeah.
A VIP brothel empire smashed this weekend by feds offered a sordid menu of threesomes. Oh my god. Yeah. So I don't think we're gonna.
Hank's blushing at this.
Yeah. I get scared of stuff like that, man. I like Patrick said. I'm not. I like my PP. I don't want it to turn green and fall off.
I guarantee those people are. Those folks are getting VD left and right. So
are people not afraid of getting these diseases?
I guess not.
Yeah, probably not. I'm afraid. I'm afraid. I grew up in AIDS times.
I want no part of that.
Yeah, I grew up in AIDS. That was not a joke.
You grew up in AIDS.
Yeah, and I grew up in the 80s in New York City. It was only two things.
Just the way you said that funny. I grew up in AIDS.
Yeah, there was two things in New York that nourished New York City. One was
AIDS.
called crack, and the other one was
AIDS.
called AIDS.
Crack and AIDS.
Yes, that's how I grew up. I was like trying not to be a crackhead and not get AIDS. So
well, the easiest way not to get AIDS is first thing, don't be banging no dudes, and secondly, don't be banging chicks who've been banging gay dudes.
And how would you know?
And how do you know that? Well, then you have to be selective who you're sticking your dick in. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the only thing you got.
Yeah.
But now there's a pill. Now you could take a pill for everything, so whatever.
AIDS pill.
Yeah, but you still got it. It ain't going away.
You can.
The HIV don't go away just because you took the pill. And if you're a sickly fuck and you get that stuff, you're gonna die. That's just period. Yeah. Or you've got herpes already.
But I feel like the people nowadays aren't afraid because they're not.
You get HIV that attacks your immune system. You're gonna die. Sorry, you're gonna die. Mm-hmm. A lot of the people that died right away had all kinds of shit going on already, and then once that hit them, there was no fighting it. You know, the doctors didn't know what it was at first. They had no clue what was going on. These people, you know. But then again, a lot of these people were the glory hole folks and all that stuff. They were full of everything anyways, and as soon as they got that, it just took them out.
It was a tough time. It was a tough time, man. And then needles. A big part of the reason why AIDS
drug use,
also got out of control is needles, and then you had listen, there were people who weren't involved in any of that. There were firefighters and police officers that got stuck with needles. They got stuck by needles, stuff like that.
There were blood splashes on them and stuff like that.
Yeah, people working at hospitals.
We knew somebody that died with hepatitis, but he got it from a blood transfusion in like the 80s.
Yeah. Before they did all the testing and stuff.
Yeah, before they did the testing, he got hepatitis from blood transfusion.
It was scary times, man. Garbage man.
My dad has stories of being he got on the fire department in like mid to late 80s, maybe early 80s, and he was telling me that the old timers on the fire department would rubber gloves, PPE, protective gear, things like that. That was a pussy's game. Real men do not wear protective gear. You just go blood in, get whatever you got to do, and go about your business.
Yeah, but you know what? The whole getting sick by blood's been forever. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, a lot of medics, a lot of people like in battlefield type things, like they deal with somebody all bloody up. Next thing you know, they got the same thing. Yeah. You know, and it's like,
and you know,
it's just the crazy thing is they had PPE and they were like, no, too much. We're not doing that.
Those guys also didn't wear rubbers. I told you guys one time I heard my dad talking to my uncles. They all grew up together. My uncles could literally be my cousins. They were all the same age. So my dad was talking to one of my uncles, and they were like, "Oh yeah, you're not a man unless you got an STD." Now, I don't get that. These people were born. My dad was born in like right after World War II. Okay, in those times, you got an STD. They took a big ass needle that looked like this,
and shoved it up your pecker,
and put it in your pee-pee, and plunged it. That all you have to do is show me that. That's all you have to do is show me that.
I'm with
you. I'm like, oh,
I don't need that.
Not gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't need any part of that.
Those old dudes don't believe in that. They don't. That's bullshit.
There's some really good documentaries about when the whole AIDS thing's kicked off and all the debauchery going on in San Francisco and stuff. Because that's where it started. It started in San Francisco, and supposedly from one person that brought it here from some. They traced things back. And this guy, I heard it was like a merchant marine type person, you know, and who knows.
I think I've seen some things about it. Yeah.
They pretty well know who Patient Zero was.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And
no, wasn't it a? I think it was a stewardess,
on a flight attendant, stewardess on a plane.
Yeah, flight attendant.
Okay, well maybe that was, but anyways, So and then you know with all the debauchery going on in some of these big cities, you know, it spread like wildfire. So.
Yeah, crazy. And another crazy thing is that you know there's people who are naturally immune to AIDS, right?
Yes. You know who one of them is? The basketball player guy.
No. Magic Johnson?
Yeah.
Magic Johnson's drugged up.
Yeah, he had blood transfusions from those people who are. That's how he survived. Because he had the money and he got blood transfusions from the
vampire.
people who, yeah, because one of the funny things is that when we all did genetic tests, my mom has that natural resistance to.
It's
those
Indian.
are the people.
There's an Indian tribe, right?
Those are the people like during the plagues, back in the Black Plague that survived, working with people. Everybody else get in there, fucking die. Boom.
Yeah.
Like,
well, that goes back to the old school thing of if you get a cut, put some dirt on it or whatever, like build up your immunity. Or if you if it doesn't kill you, if you die, then you don't reproduce and have kids.
Well,
only the people who survive.
That's how that's supposed. I mean, humans have tried to outgrow that, but that's how it's supposed to work. Yeah.
Yeah.
42 still set in the chat monkey sex, and that's probably how it crossed over because that is in apes and stuff. They have.
Yeah, you know what? Human beings, we crazy. We do lots of crazy, stupid things.
Well,
and we need fear. Fear is good. It's good and it's bad, but you need a healthy dose of fear.
It's the old story that we brought syphilis to the New World. Syphilis was here, but because of the fact that the natives were not concentrated, like
they didn't have it the same.
It didn't have the same intensity as when you put it in the European city where everybody's seeing the prostitutes and fucking the thing. It just,
you were crapping in a bucket and throwing it in the road.
Yeah, people were not clean. People were not.
And so that's what that whole idea has been flipped over that the white dogs brought the syphilis here. No. They had syphilis here and they fucked the natives and went back.
But you know what? This is also one of the ways that bidets came about. I know you don't like the idea of a bidet, Walt, but this is how bidet. And this is why why are you laughing? This is why bidets. Am I lying, Patrick? I know you watch that thing on the bidets.
I've never seen is there a documentary on bidets? Because I will go watch.
Is that like a family, like the bidet family?
No,
bidet to you, sir.
I remember sending you guys that bidet video. No one.
I've not seen it. I need to.
Oh, okay. You need to look at that bidet video.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go watch
because the Europeans started that, and it's a way of keeping clean, women staying clean and stuff like that, and.
Oh no! I think I did wash it. Oh, wash it.
You washed
that was a pun. Right. Slip of the tongue.
We are supposed to be talking about pistol braces.
I have a few of them still sitting around.
We're supposed to be talking about pistol braces. Here, let me just put this up here. So at some point we start the pistol brace conversation.
Damn bidet thing.
Yeah. Go back and look at that episode where we talked about bidets. Pistol brace regulation blocked a nationwide injunction from Amarillo federal judge. And there's lots of news. You've seen everyone. I've seen Mr. Guns and Gear, Guns and Gadgets, John Crump. Everyone out there celebrating. Everyone now who went and buried your pistol braces in the backyard, burned them, sold them. Patrick.
I sold it because I traded for something else. I didn't trade it out of fear.
The pistol brace was never illegal. It's just can't put it on the gun.
Yeah. No, Patrick doesn't. No,
I didn't.
Nothing lasts with Patrick if he's not using it. It gets sold.
Yeah. There's no point in keeping something junky. Well, it wasn't junky. It was a good gun. I just didn't have a need for it in my arsenal. And a steal of a deal came up on that 1911 that Colt 22 conversion thing, and I was like, man, I want that.
Oh, you got that for that? Oh, fuck
yeah. I traded a 300 blackout pistol.
You'll always be able to get pistol braces. That's not.
Yeah, that's
you'll always be able to get 300 blackout pistols. So.
Yes.
Can you just imagine how the factories out there right now are just pumping out pistol braces right now,
no,
left, right, and center?
They're not. I guarantee you, they're not.
You think so? No one's pumping it. They're just taking out the old stock.
This is only temporary. Trust me.
You think so? I don't. All
these injunctions will all be challenged again.
They would have a very tough time. They would have a very tough time.
They didn't vacate it though. They didn't say it's. They just. That's that damn. It's the Fifth Circuit, which has been doing all this stuff, right?
Yeah, I don't think anyone wants this to go to. I think even the Supreme Court said that they should settle this, right? So I don't think anyone.
They'd rather have the lower court settle it. Yeah. Exactly, but is that gonna satisfy the 3-letter people, or 4 in a different day when things go boom?
I think, okay, I understand what you're saying, and I think I agree with you, but I think they're going to come at this a different way. Because this and the 80% thing is pretty much settled. Okay. When I talk to people, I agree. No, there's always a possibility here. There's always, the door is always a little bit open for these guys to come in and do something. But this has gone really its course, and from here, it would only go to the Supreme Court to take it up, right?
But once again, it's not, the door is not closed. You know, the door is not closed. I mean, the imaginary door is closed with the injunction, but you know what I'm going with this.
No, I understand. I understand your frustration.
They don't let nothing. Yeah. They don't. Those folks don't let nothing go, because that's, if they let it go, then they're not needed, are they?
Really? Right. They'll come at it another way. I think a lot of this will get itself played out based on politics. Like, we have elections coming up, but obviously Republicans can't win elections. That's one thing I'll tell you right now.
Well, and they can't pass any anti-gun stuff in the normal ways. It's not going to happen.
Yeah. So, listen, if I'm sitting here right now looking at this, if I'm sitting at the current state of everything, you guys can tell me what you think. Me sitting looking at the current state of everything, I think it's highly likely that Democrats are still going to win when we do the next presidential thing. I know that sounds crazy. I know that sounds crazy to people, right? I don't even know if Biden is going to survive that long. Democrats.
It's not Biden. Who?
If they will drug him up with something and keep him going for another 4 years.
No, there's no fucking way. The guy can't even have a conversation in public. You know, it's like,
I agree with you, but look at the crazy shit that's happening. Who thought, like, there was just like last week there were elections and Republicans lost that shit hands down.
They don't like the Democrats. Don't like him, for real. They don't like
They don't like him. Yeah, I agree.
You have to constantly be working on the next person in your party. You can't rely.
Well, that's why I think
she's got to have her knee pads or she can't do anything.
Yeah, I think Gavin Newsom is in the running, right? And then some other Democrat guy that's in the running.
I mean, he's a flat out commie.
Biden's like legit crazy and doesn't give a shit.
Biden's a scammer. Is what Biden is. He'll say anything to do. You know, back when he was telling that the Packies were doing this and the blacks were doing this, and he was playing to his crowd that he lived in when he said all that stuff. Back, you know, about the 7-Elevens
and the
Indians and everything else. He was working the crowd then. He knew what he was doing.
Biden, we have a president that is literally walking around with dementia, but Democrats are so organized that we can't do shit about it. And Republicans are so batshit crazy.
No, they're scared of their shadow.
They can't win even though you give them everything.
They're scared of their shadow. If I was in office, I'd be calling Biden out just like he is. That crazy old fuck. He don't even know which way's up. You know, until you get somebody that says that like that, nobody's gonna. And they would just have a shit. Their pens would be filling up faster than they could get to empty them.
I think excited. That's one thing, but I would also say, like, the big reason for the loss in the elections we just had is in America, women are voting.
That's a big
the people who control what happens in politics now is all the white women out there. Okay, and those white women got scared when Republicans decided that it's do or die on abortion. And I'm I don't believe in abortion, right? It's just
abortion's
I'm not
a
with
non-issue
it.
To me.
But they made it an issue, and this is why they lost stuff.
It has no effect on the country.
We're going to take a break. We're coming right back. We'll take a break here.
It's one of those scary issues.
With Armslist, you can shop the extensive list of local and nationwide firearms classified, now with more confidence because of their built-in firewall. For only $6.99 a month for personal use, or $30 a month for business vendors. So when you're in the market, please consider Armslist. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Armslist.
And West Virginia's gone?
Yeah, Manchin is not running again. I don't think... Yeah, he decided he's not running. In. But that's good for Republicans, but I guarantee you they'll still lose. I guarantee you Republicans are still not going to get that.
It's such an easy seat to win, and they'll still,
Republicans, I am a Republican. I have been for years. A registered voting Republican. But Republicans suck. Republicans are worse than the independent party in America now.
They're scared to say what's really going on. They always have been.
They're one-track-minded.
That's why Trump got where he did, because he said what was on his mind, whether it was good or bad or whatever or true. He just said it, and people dig that.
Yeah, I can't argue that. Trump told them like this abortion thing is not worth it. It's not worth dying on that hill.
It's silly shit. I mean, it's silly shit. It's a distraction, is what it is.
Yeah, but listen, I don't believe in it. But if you want to kill your babies, go ahead.
As long as the government's not paying for it, I don't care what you do.
You want to take out you want to kill your off. Like if you think that if you don't realize as a human being that the most important job you do on this planet is to create and further life. If you don't think that, and you just want to, kill your own babies, then you want to like get mad because someone else goes and kills some babies. Hey, you want to live with that hypocrisy or whatever? You do that. It's not worth dying on that hill. But the people that run in the Republican Party in America, it's worth it to them.
We can't talk about that. We can't talk about that.
Ham Radio says that Vivek guy is pretty vocal. He likes Vivek Ramaswamy.
Mm-hmm. I like him.
Oh, the Indian. Mm-hmm. He's not the American-born Indian person, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I think his family came.
Yeah, you can't run for president if you're foreign-born. So.
Yeah, he was born here. And his wife. I like Vivek Ramaswamy. I don't think that right now the guy who is holding all the marbles is Trump.
Well, I mean,
it is what it is. It is what it is at the end of the day.
It is what it is. Yeah, just think of.
Yeah.
Well, anyways,
I mean, for a lot of different reasons, right? I personally don't. I think Trump had his time and, should move on. But I think the state of, this is what we're talking about here. Most of these guys, that's why there's so many people dropping out. I think Scott dropped out. Who else dropped out? Pence, crazy ass, dropped out already.
Oh, yeah.
Did he already drop out? Thank God. He's ridiculous.
He's a traitor.
He is. Yeah, he's...
I mean, when you're riding the coattails of Trump the whole 4 years or whatever, and that's and then you just automatically, as soon as he's done, you turn on him like on a diamond, like holy.
Yeah, but that's just another indication of how crazy the Trump presidency was and everyone that was around.
Well, that's because of Trump.
Yeah, so I wish we had better, but to be honest with you, our governor here, DeSantis, is having a hard time of it. Maybe that's just growing pains. Maybe he'll get better somehow. I don't know.
He chose wrong people to
run his campaign for sure.
Is Vivek? What's the polls? Is Vivek Ramaswamy ahead of DeSantis, or
they say the polls are bullshit because they're everybody's saying Nikki Haley's doing well, and that woman is retarded. So I don't believe any polls.
Say that about a person.
Who are we talking about? Wait, who?
Nikki Haley, the warmonger herself.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
I mean,
yeah, there's something I don't like about Nikki Haley either. Hold on, let me see here what this thing says. This let's look at this one here. Let's see what this says. Let's see who they got. So 61% Trump, 18% DeSantis, 9% Haley, 5% Ramaswamy. Really? No.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
He's a vice president.
I think that's what's going to happen personally.
So Scott is 4, Christie's 2. Oh, please, give me a fuck. These other dudes, I don't even know who they are.
Christie's a joke. He's a fat joke.
He's there as a spoiler. Chris Christie is probably, he's just, I'm pretty sure Democrats are paying for Chris Christie to be out there. Just to create trouble.
Yeah.
You know what? I haven't missed all this 1 second. I don't watch none of this stuff. None of this political garbage. None of it. Because really, in the end, it doesn't matter till you poke your little hole in the paper.
Till it's 50-50. Until you get one of two options.
I mean, come on.
Does it really matter when you go vote?
Well,
I used to be a guy who said...
Obviously, we got Joe Biden.
Yeah, I used to be that guy. Do you guys remember this? Because we've been doing this for years. And if you go back, when people said, it doesn't matter, I was always the guy like, oh, no, you got to go vote. You vote,
well,
counts.
You need to go vote.
Yeah. I believe it. I believe you got to go vote. I believe your vote counts. But I personally believe that we don't know who the fuck wins.
I mean, just
we don't know.
Go back in time during that campaign. Biden would have an event. Hardly anybody was there. Trump would have an event, and it's overflowing. People stand outside watching monitors.
Yeah.
How does that guy win?
I was driving all over the country and seeing Trump signs everywhere.
Yeah. Now, when you go out in the country, son, that's what you see. You still see it out in the country. You know?
Yeah.
But
so I don't know. I don't believe anything anymore, man. I don't believe the FBI's bullshit. I don't believe. I've seen, like, I was driving places in the country, even here in Florida, and I saw what people were doing with ballots and all that kind of stuff. Nuts. There's no our voting system's bullshit. We would be better off using like blockchain. We should use blockchain or something to vote. That's the first thing that I feel that Musk should work on with X, with Twitter.
No.
Let's make our vote through Twitter. That's what I say, through X. Let's do it through there.
No.
Yeah. It's going to be more secure, Walt.
No mail-in ballots. That's my thing. No mail-in ballots at all. If you can't get your ass to the thing to vote or do an absentee ballot, no.
If we did it in a secure way, I'm cool with it. But we don't have true security in how we vote. We don't have that. There's a whole bunch of states that you could just show up there. You're literally being racist if you ask a white dude to show ID. Not even Florida, just. You're not. I know. I agree with you. Florida, you cannot vote. But
everybody gets asked for ID in Florida.
Right. But there's states out there that you're racist if you're asking for ID. Okay? Those same states, if you try to go buy a gun, no. You're not racist if you block someone for buying a gun, but you're racist if you ask them to show ID when they vote. So it's a little crazy, and I think we could fix it. I think we have the technology to do secure voting. We have the technology. We can do secure voting.
What about the Tesla camera inside? What happens with that occasionally? That's how I feel about that voting in line. Somebody has access to that information. Somebody will skew that information for the right amount of money.
And there should be penalties for that. When people get caught doing that.
You're funny. I mean, put them on a rope and dangle them off off an oak tree. Yeah,
this is important.
That's never going to happen.
We need stronger penalties for things in general. Let's just say that.
Yeah, when you catch your ass out there doing some shit like that. Oh no, you done.
You catch some old woman that's working the Democrat thing who's double, triple, quadruple in votes.
She's out. I don't care whose grandma she is.
If we can throw Jan 6 guys in prison for 10 years, we can throw them in prison for 10 years.
Yeah. Oh, you talking about what was the name? The guy with the big buffalo head dude?
Yeah. If we can do that to him, then why not?
Yeah. 100%.
I could say a good public flogging would fix that.
I think public flogging should come back too. Yeah,
a naked public flogging.
Yeah, we can escalate it.
Oh God, Walter, what if she's like 85? I don't want that.
It don't matter. They die the same
I don't want to see that, Walter.
They die the same way.
What was the thing in Game of Thrones when they made the people walk the street naked and then people threw stuff at them?
Yeah.
Hey,
put him in to have a cooter double or something.
Put him out in the stocks. Public square in the stocks and with a 55-gallon drum of tomatoes.
Yeah, this stuff is either serious or it's not serious.
Yeah, exactly. We don't take it serious enough.
It's either serious or it's not serious. If we're going to be the police to the world, we have to take our shit seriously.
We can't even police ourselves. How can we be the police of the world?
Well, then we shouldn't be. Then we should not be the police to the world.
How are you going to have Holy Land Disney World and you can't even take care of Holy
Land Disney World?
You know what? I thought that Ham Radio was going to be ashamed of being in the chat with us. Ham Radio says part of the problem with modern society is that no one drinks blood from the skulls of their enemies anymore.
And at least there's a phrase, to the victor the spoils. Mm-hmm. The victors can't even have any spoils anymore. They can't bring a pistol home. They can't bring a knife home. They can't bring anything home. There's no victor.
Walter, this is why I said that we should just take the Holy Land, kick everybody's ass out, okay? And then anybody who goes in there, you get a day pass, you pay us for it. You want to go to the Holy Land and walk around? Okay, here you go. You got this set time. We open at 9. We close at 6. You get your ass out of there. Anybody who's left in there,
serving the turkey legs.
You haven't learned this whole religion thing's bad juju, Bona?
Oh, I know. I'm
it's good. Nobody's gonna like you when
Listen,
you become the master.
I believe in God. God, there's no way that this little piece of earth, we are on the whole planet, we are in the whole universe. All of this is God. There is no such thing as the Holy Land. That's what I believe. Okay? The idea that only this little piece of land is the Holy Land, what are we talking about?
Holy moly.
But some people believe that.
Well, some people...
Some people
We
believe
had the Crusades, we had this, we had that, yeah.
Yeah, and everyone's entitled to their belief.
Yeah, you can believe whatever the hell you want. Just don't fight a force on to me. Yeah.
But I don't believe that there is one place on the planet that is holier than everywhere else.
I mean, when they tore down Mons Venus on the Causeway, the strip club, that was like a fucking holy land right there.
Oh, you and Patrick know about that. I was like, what the hell is Mons Venus?
Well, Hank doesn't know what that is.
Yeah, I know this is something to do with Tampa, right? The capital of strip clubs. Yes,
that was one of the actually Mons Venus worldwide known. So was the other Mons Venus, the Tanga. The Tanga was on the Causeway. They tore that down when they expanded the road. But yeah, I mean that's known worldwide. So
is that the one that had the spaceship thing next to it?
Yeah, that's the alien, right?
Oh, I do know that then.
You know it.
That's 2001. That's another strip club, yeah.
Oh, okay. Interesting, yeah. Listen, everywhere's the Holy Land. Everywhere's the Holy Land.
Mons Venus is where the bouncer guy disarmed the crazy guy that was going to shoot me.
Here's what I was going to say. When you came into this world, if you're a human being, and you came into this world the way every other human being has come into this world, through your mom's vajayjay, that was the Holy Land right there. Whoop! You came out the Holy Land. Okay?
I'm gonna keep my mouth
wherever
shut.
That can happen. That's the Holy Land.
I'm not saying a word. I'm not saying a damn thing.
And yet, at the same time, you are saying stuff. But you understand what? But that's me. That's me. There's people who feel like, hey, this is and I get it. We're not going to give up America, right? If someone's like,
Well, here's that whole thing. So with Israel, okay, they built the Jews and there's Christians and Arabs too that built the whole country there, right? Mm-hmm. So they're supposed to just give it up because you don't think they should be there? No,
I don't. No, I don't believe that.
That'd be like saying we got to give the Mexicans back Texas because we took it from them. Fuck that.
Nobody's getting Texas back.
Nobody's getting nothing back.
Yeah.
I don't care the indigenous folks, whatever, blah 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 blah.
Right.
Whoever, whenever you.
Listen, but this part of the world, these people are all related. They all look alike. They all carry the same bloodline.
Israel Palestinians. There's no such thing as a Palestinian race. They're from Egypt. They're from here. They're from there. They're from everywhere.
Yeah,
they're
these
Arabs.
People are
Arabs.
Very closely. Have you ever noticed that it's very difficult to tell the difference?
A native, yes.
Yeah,
and I mean native, not 50 years native. I mean a native from way back when.
So these religions are all very similar, and all came into the world at the same time.
No, that's not true. Hebrew thing's way older than.
That's the oldest one.
Way older.
That's the oldest one. That is the oldest one. And go back in time.
Then
came Christianity and Islam.
It might be the oldest modern, but it's not the oldest.
No, there's a real old religion.
There's plenty of old.
There's a real old religion. It's called devil worship.
There's a real old religion called war.
What's the oldest one? There's one that's the oldest.
The oldest religions were, no matter where you go on the face of Earth, the oldest religions are always the occult. Period. So if you go to Africa and you look for the oldest religion, it is voodoo.
They're worshiping the unknown.
Yeah. If you go to Europe, it's what do they call them? Wiccans? What the hell is it?
Yeah.
What was the
Hobbits.
thing?
The Hobbits. Yeah,
no, not the Hobbits. What was it, Patrick? Before, were they Wiccans? Whatever the hell they were back.
You're talking about that little Wicket character?
No, what do they call those people that dance around, the Stonehenge and all that type of shit? What was that? They celebrated the solstice?
What they were called.
It was
Wiccans or witches, I think. It's pagans. Are you talking pagans?
Yeah, pagans. Yeah,
well,
it was
that's devil word. That's
paganism. Yeah, that's worshiping nature.
That's the oldest religion.
No, the oldest religion is.
There's an oldest documented religion. What is the oldest documented religion?
The oldest documented religion is.
So I know Buddhism is pretty old.
Yes, that is very old. Too.
Buddhism is older than all of this shit.
They say Hinduism is old, but no.
Yeah, Hinduism is not as old as Buddhism, I don't think. But someone.
What I was going to say,
the Sumerian religion.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I was going to say before was the Arab world. That whole thing at one time was a center of culture, was a center of mathematics, a center of engineering,
education,
a center of all kinds of stuff. And then what happened? That certain religion started over there.
Yeah,
and that doesn't like that because that they want to keep you in the
When you look at your watch and your watch has numbers on it, that's Arabic.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Once that whole religion thing started over there, where you can't do this and you can't do that and don't say this and don't say that, boom, all that innovation went away. So
it's not so. And yes, I agree with you. You see, this is a way of controlling the masses by a few people. Yeah. So I believe in God. The problem
the
here
Christians
is that
did that too.
It's what man does when he gets a hold of these of divinity, right? And trying to understand that he realizes, I could flip this on people and use it to control them. But no one, and get no one can separate you from what's real and what's true. That's that you're born into the world knowing, okay, and understanding, and you could seek out knowledge and all that kind of stuff. But when people are out there manipulating you, you know it too. This is the.
I think the flat earthers are the oldest religion, actually.
Yeah. Now this is from Ham Radio. The flat earthers? I don't know.
Yeah. Flat earthers.
Ham Radio says, to be fair, Texas won their independence by themselves from Mexico, and then joined the USA.
That's the word.
What?
Zoroastrianism. That's the oldest organized religion.
How old is it?
Is that worshiping the stars and all this stuff?
And it's older than voodoo.
Voodoo.
That is...
It's older than sacrificing mofos.
15,000, about 17,000 years old.
I don't think that's the oldest thing then.
17,000. The oldest organized religion is about 17,000.
That's older than Buddhism?
Yeah. Oh, yes. No, Buddhism's not that old. Hinduism is old. Buddhism's not that old.
Oh, Hinduism is old. Okay. So anyway, Ham Radio 2.0 is telling us that Texas won their independence themselves from Mexico and then joined the USA voluntarily.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, the only state to have joined the USA who wasn't either purchased or conquered. He's from Texas, so.
Who is this?
Ham Radio 2.0.
Oh, I didn't know he was from Texas. Okay.
Oh, he's Texan.
Texans are proud people.
Yeah, he's Texan.
Yeah.
And he says nothing is older than the Bible.
Ham Radio 2.0. I need a ham radio that's a handheld, USB-C, easy to program. Go. Won't break the bank. Won't break the bank.
That's a whole show.
Okay, a cheap handheld that uses USB-C.
USB-C handheld won't break the bank. $200-300 is not.
Isn't that a Bofang? Isn't that?
No, those aren't USB-C. USB-C and easy to program. That's the main thing. Easy enough to program.
The new Bofangs are not USB-C.
No.
Ham Radio 2.0 says it's all on my channel.
Yeah, I know. I can't go watch all of it. I don't have time. I got a 10-month-old. I ain't got time for that.
Which video should he look at, Jason?
And he's got a new dog.
Yes, he's got 2 dogs, a baby, a wife. I don't know what else he's planning on adopting over there. He's starting his own business. Why? Oh, he says a Wuxun. A Wuxun. I don't know what the hell that is. I've never even heard of that.
Woshin, I think is what it's called.
That probably came from the backside of the Wuhan market. That's where it came from.
It's eating bats. It's what you get.
Wuxun. Okay, there you go. So he's talking about something like this, and I would recommend you guys go check him out. So there you go.
There you go.
Shop Wuxun, Amazon. Use the Hank Strange one.
Don't use his, right? Is that what you're telling
me? You go in there.
Is that the orange one? I think he did a review of an orange one.
1 second.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of a DAO, or decentralized autonomous organization like TUSC Crypto. TUSC cryptocurrency is a firearm-friendly e-commerce option for online payment transactions, secured on the blockchain. So when you're in the crypto market, please consider TUSC, TUSC.
Okay, he said something now. Let me see what he's.
He did a review of an orange one that I thought was that one, that brand, but I can't remember.
He says USB-C battery. There you go. So, says bettersaferadio.com. Use code HR2ALL7 for a discount. So there you go. There you go. It's in the chat if anyone wants to know.
Oh, before I forget,
right.
Completely different subject. Not changing the subject from Ham Radio 2.0 or anything. I found a video today about a motorcycle chase in Brazil with a motorcycle cop chasing a guy with a girl in the back through the streets of Brazil, and it is freaking incredible.
It's
yeah,
like a
I probably
movie
get
or
nuts.
something?
The guy finally falls
link?
over on. What's that?
Do you have a link?
Unfortunately, I don't know.
Okay.
I was watching it.
Walter did not ordain us necessary to share it with us. We
This is the first thing you're supposed to do.
Share it immediately.
Yeah, the first move you make.
It was the end of the day at the shop, so.
Oh, okay.
But it's a crazy fucking chase. I mean, and the guy ends up falling over on the motorcycle like in this narrow little stairwell. No
This
major
is Brazil.
crash.
What do you expect?
Oh yeah, it's
And-
crazy in Brazil. Brazil is
The cop
nuts.
kept up right on his ass. The fucking cop was badass.
The cops in Brazil are no
Give no
joke.
Fs.
No joke. I've seen videos of like a cop being in plain clothes in a store or something, and a dude comes in there and tries to rob the place, and he gets lit up. You don't even see that cop
I know.
move.
I think I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, the cop was just like.
You don't even see him
guy
move.
dropped him.
The guy just gets lit up. You're like, what?
Yeah.
What just happened?
There's none of this freeze shit. It's just
Yeah.
like boom, boom,
Or
boom.
I saw this video. These guys on a scooter had stopped to rob a couple, and a cop is driving by, and the cop just rams the dude.
Oh, hit the bike. Yeah, hit the bike. Yeah.
He just runs right into that dude with his vehicle. Yeah, they don't mess around.
No,
we
it's a
need
crazy chase.
those. This is who we give visas to, by the way. This is who we put ahead of the line.
Oh yeah, you wanna.
Those cops in Brazil that are badass. Those are the ones you say, you know what, you welcome to America, sir.
We got a place for you. We got a place for you, son.
Kick all the asses that needs to be kicked. I think that Ham Radio's talking to you. So speaking of video, since Walter doesn't have the video to share with us, I want to share this video. Let me see if I could find this video here that I saw.
Oh.
So this is video of these people. They get a I probably need to let it clear up here before I really show it to you guys. But so there's a raccoon that they catch. Like,
Oh,
somehow,
that poor raccoon.
yeah, somehow he gets
Breaks my
snared
heart
on the.
because that raccoon was too badass.
Yeah,
for
this
that
video's
raccoon.
it's kind of fuzzy, but the raccoon's snared here, and so this kid is gonna put him down with the he's got looks like a Ruger 22, and it's got a suppressor, but he doesn't take the safety off, and so the trigger doesn't go bang, and the raccoon drops over and plays dead. That is just nuts. Looking at that video.
Badass little raccoon. He did not deserve a bullet.
He's smart, thinking.
Yeah, well, yeah. You know, raccoons are cute and cuddly looking, but in some places they're.
Oh, you don't want them. Yeah,
They're a major nuisance. So
they're pestilence. Yeah.
It's like wild hogs. You know, kill them all. Let the pork god sort them out.
Yeah, raccoons are not good.
God.
Pork god.
Yeah, pigs something will eat them. Like if you live out where.
Oh, the other pigs will eat them if you shoot them. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a lot of horrible things out here in these parts. So let's see what other things. Oh, here's another video I want everyone to look at, because Walter refuses to look at this. So I'm gonna make him look at it during the show.
Wait a minute, I didn't see this part.
Wait, what is this?
I didn't
God,
see
the little
this.
kid with freaking.
No, this is not what I was trying
That's
to show
not what.
here.
No.
Okay, now what I was trying to show is not playing for some reason. Hold on. I gotta find this. I gotta figure out why this is not playing. I must be going to the wrong. Why is it not? Hold on one second. Yeah, I gotta get this thing to play.
I did watch that, and I was like, "What the heck am I watching?"
Yeah.
That dude is jumping up and down, so his Johnson's going up and down like crazy.
Yeah, this dude. So watch this video. Do you know who that dude is, Walt? Who is that guy? So for the people listening, it's Putin looking with binoculars at a guy dancing, a dude belly dancing. This is a Ukrainian dude. I'll give you a hint. And then Putin is like looking away in shame. That is Zelensky, sir.
Zelensky was a comedic actor. So
yes,
really? Probably him.
That is Zelensky. That is who we are. This is who we are ruining the world for.
Okay.
Just so that you know.
Okay.
Just so that you know. The guy who says, "Oh, we need money. You don't have the money. Just give us credit. We'll give you money back." That guy. I know you saw that, Walt. I know you're unplugged from what's going on.
I did see it. I thought somebody just stuck his head on top the.
No.
Well,
that is. Listen, the world has gotten Borated. Remember, we talked a long time ago about how the gun world should look out for people spoofing it, and and pulling all these stunts on them, like the guy Borat did, right?
Yeah.
Sacha Baron Cohen. This is the exact same thing that Zelensky did. He's a freaking comedian and an actor.
Well, the gun world's done a lot of stuff I don't particularly agree with, aside from that. But
Zelensky took the whole world, man. Sacha Baron Cohen has nothing on Zelensky. Zelensky is the king of this shit. That guy that we just saw in the little tights with the gold tights with sparkles, okay? With what do they call a man camel toe? Okay? Belly dancing right there? Yeah. Oh God!
Let me just put it this way to you. Let me change the whole thing here. If that was a chick,
Patrick, you are so retarded.
If that was a chick with big boobs and she was in charge of Ukraine, you'd be going, "She's awesome."
Dude, we have given Ukraine so much money, and he still wants money. And now he's like, just give us credit, and we'll give you back money. It's nuts what is happening. It's nuts what's happening in the world, man. And we should really realize that that's for real, the dude, that the whole world, Republicans, Democrats, you got Republicans and Democrats in Congress wearing Ukrainian pins. Remember I was talking about people who don't care about America anymore? They're not wearing American pins.
Yep.
Ukrainian pins. And I get it. Listen, I know people who are Ukrainian. I don't have a bad opinion of Ukrainians. The Ukrainians I know are real hardworking. You know, I always tell people, the folks who are out there suffering, and they're suffering, they get to America, they appreciate this shit more than we do. And they bust their asses. And those are going to be the people that you're working for in the future. But this dude is a big, massive con artist. Okay? And he's taken the world. He is taking the world. So... You saw the thing about now they're actually talking about what happened with Nord Stream?
So you sent that, but I didn't get a chance to read it. What was did they finally figure out?
So there's a minister that was down with this guy, with Zelensky, right? But recently, I guess all these guys are stealing money from each other. All this money that's going over there, everyone's in a competition to steal the money.
People don't seem to realize that. That's what they do there.
Yeah, so this minister, he got busted. He's in trouble. He decided to start dropping the dime. Yes. So senior Ukrainian official coordinated Nord Stream pipeline attack report. A former senior Ukrainian official was the coordinator of the explosions that ruptured the Nord Stream 1 and Nord Stream 2 natural gas pipelines, the Washington Post reported, citing Ukrainian officials and European sources, and in conjunction with German periodical Der Spiegel. And then it goes on. Roman Chervinsky, a former commander of one of the Ukrainian Special Forces units, was the coordinator of the Nord Stream operation and managed a 6-person team that carried out the devastating multi-billion-dollar infrastructure attack in September 2022, according to the report. And it goes on, it talks about how they did it. The outlet said Chervinsky and the group of 6 people rented a sailboat under false identities and used deep-sea diving equipment to place explosive charges on the gas pipelines. Chervinsky did not act alone.
What a crazy world we live in.
Yeah. So, and obviously...
Who would have thought that would have come to light in modern society? I never would have guessed.
Okay, did you just see the dude Did you just see that thing that I put up there? Did you see that?
True.
Or did you not
That's
see
the
that?
president of their.
Did you see this or did you not see this?
I don't need to see a banana hammock again.
This is what happens. This is what happens when we all get behind a Pied Piper showing us his banana hammock.
But you know whose hand? But you know whose hands you're playing to?
Whose hands are we playing to? What,
you do
Russia?
know whose hands you're playing to, right?
Russia?
The guy with
Russia?
the guy with the binoculars.
Russia? Really?
You're playing right into his paws.
Yeah. But we should ask
all right,
ourselves
well, you go,
what we're doing.
Well, so what? You know, what difference does it make, right? All right, well, you know, what difference does it make?
I don't give a fuck about Ukraine or Israel.
When we deliberately create the situations that we're, the CIA has shit to do with this, right? These guys just didn't do this.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, there's no way they just did this on their own.
Yeah. So when we're out there creating these situations that are destabilizing the planet, the people doing it in the CIA and the government, they're not the ones who are going to suffer for what they're doing. They're not the ones that have to live with the inflation. Okay, and all the other things that go. No matter what, Walter, we're getting screwed. No matter what happens here, we're getting screwed. If we take out Putin, I'm all for it. Let's hit a switch and take out Putin today. We're still screwed.
Well, when are you not going to be screwed?
Tell
me that. See, you don't have an answer for that.
We're always
because
screwed.
You'll
we're
always
screwed.
Be screwed.
Yeah, we're
as
always
long as you
screwed.
think you're always. I mean, I talked to people over the weekend that think that the big business guys they're fucking everybody. Well, you can't do anything about it. So do what you can do to make your world less fuckable.
Oh,
don't
for
worry
sure.
Don't worry about the what is his name, the big guy that owns all the realty companies and all that. You can't change that. You're not going to change that by being mad. Nobody's going to change the tax things for those guys or the benefits they get. But you can change your space.
That's correct. You're right.
I think it's important to understand.
But to be upset about it, like, oh fuck, I can't believe these people are fucking me. They're not fucking you. Okay, you might pay. The Europeans had to pay a little bit more for gas and stuff. They really fucked the Russians. What they did when they did that. That's why they blew that up.
So most of us, we're not necessarily normal people, right? I don't live my life like I don't work for a company and go there and work every day thinking that there's a 401k somewhere that when I hit 72, I'm going to be able to retire and have all this money. Because if you think that, you are getting the big shaft.
Well, you might have all.
You are getting the big pineapple. No, you will never get that.
You might think that you might have a good nest egg one day, but if the economy takes shit the next, all of a sudden half of your nest is
I don't think it's a question of if. There are people that are old enough that have seen other folks do what I just said, work somewhere, work hard all their life. Now they can retire, they have this money. Probably like Patrick, like your dad, my dad, for example, right? There's folks out there who've done that. But for us, we're not going to get that because these dudes are printing money like you would not believe. So whatever you think you have, inflation is killing that. You're living today and it's costing you ridiculous money to buy eggs.
Well,
what will happen when you turn 70? What will the world look like? And who's going to actually take care of you? And that's when you get the big screw. Maybe you don't get it now. And I think it's important for people to know that so that they plan accordingly and they're aware of what's coming for them. That's what I think. For sure, you can't stop these dudes that have always been manipulating the world from manipulating the world. But you should see what's happening, and you shouldn't let them fall. You're like when people do that, it's almost like how, for example, we've seen the rainbow folks, right? The LGBTQ people actually out there protesting for Palestine.
Yeah. Those people would throw them off the highest building the first time they got their hands on them.
Yeah, but they don't know. They don't know. They're being manipulated by something they have no clue of what they're up to.
They're being manipulated by these people that think the same people that protest for everything else.
Yeah. And if they get what they want, and in America there's Sharia law, and someone takes you and tosses you off that building because of your sexual orientation, and then goes, guess what? In my religion, that's doable. You brought that on yourself, and I think we should be aware of that.
Oh yeah. I mean,
we should be aware of that, right? Yeah.
Mama P's there.
Yeah.
Yes, she is for a couple of days.
Yeah, it looks like she's doing some work.
She had to change trash bags in the middle of this or something.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why,
okay.
but she did.
Because work needs to be done.
It never cannot be.
She doesn't have any time for your shenanigans. I saw your mom looking like, what the hell are you doing?
Yes.
And Patrick was like, Mom, get out of my room, Mom.
Like a teenager.
And the only reason I know
Except I now
met
own the house. But you know what? She takes care of the baby, and the baby loves her, so I can't talk shit.
Your mom's awesome.
Yeah.
I love your mom. Your mom is awesome.
Yeah.
If she knew, she doesn't know what we're talking about. Otherwise, she'd be all in it.
She would be all in agreement here.
Yeah. She is
the person, you probably remember him, long hair, the guy, Robert, who talked politics with you and my mom. He's who we're trying to convince to take the dog from us. So.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah.
So, Hank knows who I'm talking about because they talk politics for like 2 hours.
Right. Yeah, I think him, and your mom.
The name of the guy I was thinking of that was brought up over the weekend was Warren Buffett.
Yeah, Warren Buffett. Oh, I thought you were talking about Soros.
No, but
Soros
Warren Buffett's
destroying America, but he destroys everywhere.
He does have a lot of money, a lot of influence, But he started with frickin' basically nothing. Okay, so, hey,
Yeah. Listen, Walt, I do think, to answer your question, I think there are some things that we need to be aware of. So I'll give you one. I just finished the Musk biography, right? Part of that is with Starlink. Musk turned on Starlink to help the Ukrainians out, right? Because the Russians killed all communications. So he turned on Starlink to help them out. He wasn't even charging them or anything put on Starlink. I think they are charging the government now because the government jumped in there and became part of the whole thing, and then they want their own special Starlink. Okay? But when he did this, the Ukrainians were actually planning on blowing up this Russian submarine base with Russians and nuclear subs in it. The Ukrainians built these drones that they were sending to blow these things up in a surprise attack. And they tried to get Musk to help them with that. And Musk said, no, we cannot do that. Because what would happen if someone made a surprise attack on America, let's say, and went after a naval base? You guys, has that ever happened in American history? Anyone remember that? Like someplace in Hawaii?
We do not need to be drug into a war.
Yeah. So Musk said he wouldn't do it. And then they literally attacked him in the media and said that Musk is a traitor, he's a this, he's a that. He said, I'm an American, I love America, but we're supporting the Ukrainians, but there's no way that we could be part to this, because what would the Russians' reaction be if we helped them blow up these nuclear subs? They would be calling to launch missiles. The Russians have nukes, right?
Absolutely.
Well, they did blow up a Russian nuclear submarine.
Yes. Now recently that happened, but this was more than a year ago.
Let me throw another angle in here.
Go
He's trying to sell his internet services all over the world.
For sure.
If he can't get Russia, he's lost a big ass chunk of the world.
If you were partisan and you couldn't be trusted with whatever service, then who's going to want to buy your service? That's why he told them to screw off when they tried to get him to turn off all the Teslas in Russia. It's bad business.
Yeah, I think, and he doesn't support the Russians or whatever. But yes, it's important to realize what people are getting up to and what they're doing. And
you need to support your own interests sometimes if you're a multi-billionaire.
Starlink is not cheap. Starlink's not cheap.
Oh, it's fuck all expensive. They're putting those things. Those things have to go up every 5 years.
I guarantee we get hit harder than somebody in the middle of Africa because they base.
Oh, we pay for it. Yeah.
Yeah, we pay for like when I went and got my hernia fixed versus a Mexican. Anyways, but yeah, but
you could always go to Mexico.
Yeah, and end up dead.
You'd be fine.
Oh,
you might get your butt might come back looking real good.
I may be missing a kidney. Yeah, you never know.
Who knows? Who knows? Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, they don't want to lose that whole section of the earth to sell Starlink to.
And I guarantee there's some company in Russia or China that's already got plans to try to build this thing.
Oh, the Russians have hacked Starlink already. They've hacked it.
Not hacking, that are planning on doing their own.
Yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm. We're coming back.
The Who Moved My Freedom podcast is made possible by our partners at 2A Commerce. Veteran-owned and with over 20 years' experience, 2A Commerce is the leader in custom e-commerce and web application development in the shooting sports industry. Clients include major brands such as Guard Dog Body Armor, Sylvan Arms, AccuFire Technologies, The Tactical Games, Warrior Knife Company, and yours truly, Hank Strange. Visit 2A Commerce and support this show by supporting them. Once again, visit the number 2acommerce.com.
All right, shout out to Armament and Axis. So yeah, you were saying that other people are going to try to do their own Starlink for sure.
Oh, they already are working on it.
Yeah.
But I mean, nobody's got the launch system like he's got.
Oh, those rockets are crazy. I was looking at.
I saw one on Thursday when we were at the out camping. Oh, it was awesome, man. See the whole thing go up, man. It was cool.
It's amazing. I remember seeing. I think we were in Missouri or something, and we saw. We saw them emptying out those satellites, and it looks like something just pooped a bunch of lights. But yes, there are places who want to get their own thing, and also our government is trying to put a kill switch on. Our politicians are trying to put a kill switch on Starlink, and that's bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I don't agree with that, and that's one of the reasons why everyone's trying to do their own thing. But good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely got he's got his shit together.
I think he's kind of crazy, but it's like we're saying.
What is crazy?
Right? Yeah.
What is crazy?
We're crazy. It's all perspective. People look
why do
at
I want
what we're saying.
Why do I want to be like all normal and shit and boring and everything?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you like that?
People say you're crazy, Walt, but you know what? When times gets real,
I'm about as calm as it gets most of the time.
Yeah,
unless you pull out in front of me and do something stupid.
No, but I think that, look, people who live like how we live and do what we do, there's other folks out there that will look at us and go, these guys are nuts. Until they get into trouble of some sort, right? And then it's like, oh shit. Then they know you. Then they need help from you or something like that. So, yeah, everyone's crazy up until what they were saying happened. And they're prepared and ready to deal with it. And other people are not. So,
I mean, I'm like I said, I'm about the least most days of the week, the least excitable. Well, I'm wore out from the weekend, so not a whole lot excited me today. So,
but listen, I think you need to filter. Like everyone needs to filter everything. Like we're talking about this stuff, and that's because we're hanging out. We don't do it as much as we used to, so we're here and we're just saying all this stuff, but you have to filter the information that you're getting, right?
The filter thing is turning off that stupid news that tries to pound you with the same garbage every day. And it's like, nope. I mean, I get do you see the stuff going on in Iceland?
Oh, that's...
What the
that thing is about to crack.
I got goosebumps. You talk about some scary shit when the ground is actually shaking from the magma underneath your fucking house.
It got warm over there that that thing's bubbling up. Yeah.
I mean, they say you can hear the ground underneath growling.
It's gonna pop. Yeah, they've evacuated everyone.
Oh man, that's anybody that says that we
control,
save the planet. You fuck the planet doesn't give two shits about you or me or anybody else. It's gonna do whatever it wants to do.
So this one's gonna be big, right? When it goes, it's gonna be big.
They think this is gonna be a major eruption. Yeah.
Look at this highway. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then these are all the people here just being evacuated. I don't know if you guys can even see this. Let me see if I can get that picture to show up.
Yeah, part of this thing runs through a whole town.
Let me see if I can. Yeah, so these are like the people trying. Okay, it's not working. It's not. But yeah, it's nuts over there. They've evacuated a lot of people. It's about to pop, and there's not much you can do. And when that let's see what happens. But if you get enough volcanic ash up in the atmosphere, it's going to be interesting.
That one eruption, if you're measuring this kind of stuff and you care, one little eruption puts as much the CO2 into the atmosphere as the whole world in like
very short
for
space
this long
of time.
period of time. Yeah, because. So do you really think that worrying about how much plastic bags you get on your paper towels is going to make any difference? No,
And then also the big part of this is that, let's say America is doing its part. Let's say places in Europe are doing their part. There's these places called India, like they just had the festival of lights over in India.
They don't give two shits about.
They don't give an.
There's China.
But you got to remember, India's got a lot of problems of its own.
Mm-hmm.
What,
India?
China has quite a few problems too, but they keep it under the.
I think India is really coming into its own right now.
Oh yeah,
they're going through kind of like an industrial, technological, like it's a big growth spurt that India is having, and it'll take them time to get it under control.
They're kicking space's ass, man. They're fucking.
Yeah. I mean, and the Chinese have been up to a lot of shit for a long time, but I feel like they're paying the price for a lot of stuff they've done as well.
You know what I like about India coming online? Those two don't get along either.
Yes,
China and India,
good.
And they can help keep China at bay. That's a good combination.
Everybody doesn't need to get along on this planet, in my personal opinion.
And India, as far as a manufacturing center, has not really came online yet.
Not really.
They could do better.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, they could be a China and.
I mean, India could take off like you wouldn't believe, and the thing about India is they don't have the same motivations that China has, right?
Well, to take over the world.
Yeah, not to take over the world, but to own the world. I mean, China's a lot of people, and they don't actually have all the resources they need.
Oh, China can't do nothing.
So
they don't even have wood or paper to do the boxes that they put everything in.
Yeah, so that's inevitably going to be an issue. So yeah, it's always good to have these checks and balances. I don't think everyone needs to get along.
We don't need to be the crusher everywhere. It's nice to let's have some other folks come online that have billions of people that can help crush. You know what I mean?
Fight their own battles. Fight their own battles,
I mean,
the
Indians are.
RRR has given me a lot of faith in the Indians.
Yeah, the Indian space program is fucking kicking ass. I tell you what, they made the Russians look like that they failed out of kindergarten when they landed on the moon.
Yeah, but India's probably where, not in the same way, because obviously we have different technology and all that. And India is very wealthy, but India's probably where America was in the 50s and 60s.
Yeah. Yep. They're pretty far behind.
Yeah, but when they get their stride.
Well, they have a lot.
It's going to be a different deal. Like, you might be the boss today with those Indian folks you're talking to in IT world, and then tomorrow is a different deal.
Hello. No,
tomorrow you're literally paying them rent.
As you know, they have a lot of cultural stuff in India too. A lot of
things
a lot
have to
of
be
barriers.
A certain way. Right.
Yeah. But you know. Let's hope that there's another Elon Musk with that kid on the street, who's working his way up the food chain.
Oh, I would say that India, and China also has some incredibly intelligent. So China itself has to have about 10 Elon Musks, but it's a different place.
Yeah, but you can only do you can't do everything you want.
Yes, it's a different place. Now, Elon Musk is not from America; he's a South African. But he went to school in Canada, and then found out that was also bullshit, and then he came to America, and everything took off, And America has a couple of people. Like Elon Musk is not the only one. There's a few dudes like that, but India might have 100.
Yeah.
And that's that's the crazy cool kind of thing.
Indians have a lot more freedom than the Chinese do. So.
I think it's a different culture. I don't think they're trying to rule everyone and control everyone and all that kind of stuff, But inevitably, look, the world keeps changing, man. This is the way that things are. And America has a lot too, but we don't know what to do with it. We don't know how to properly groom.
We know how to piss it away real easy. and give it to
We
everybody.
know how to fuck it up with government regulations. That's how.
Give it away for free to everyone who doesn't deserve it.
I was telling somebody over the weekend, best thing you do is just take all the hands off and just let it go. Just let it run. Watch what would happen. Just pull back and just let everybody do what they want business wise. You wouldn't. It'd be crazy.
But I think you'll see if America has any chance, you'll see people get tired of the bullshit that's going on.
You can't be a globalist. Let me say another thing here too. You have to worry about what's going on here, not what's going on in India or China or business wise or how they're being held down. You got to focus on U.S. of A. And like we used to do in the old days before we became the world's Meals on Wheels. Mm-hmm. And make sure everybody's here fed right and not wandering the street, all drugged out, zombied out. I could fix that too in a couple of weeks also. But
yeah, I think
Walter's been getting his campaign pitch right.
Oh, I'd like to see the people like that get fixed.
What we have to do is figure out what to do with bored people, right? And that's the problem.
Well,
people think if you're bored,
you let them have businesses. You let them design. You let them build. You let them have businesses. Make it easy for them to have businesses of their own. Boom, bingo.
Yeah, let people take chances. Let people go out there and take risks. Everyone's not supposed to survive.
Everybody's not supposed to be a business owner either.
Yeah.
That's not for everybody,
We don't have that. That's the problem. Like right now in America, we're trying to figure out how to give everyone universal basic income. That's the end of days.
And we have to watch out for everybody's feelings.
Yeah, no, that universal basic income thing, that's the end of days. Because at that point, nothing has value.
There's no value to anything.
Yeah, there's nothing has value, and everyone's going to go, you know what? Like if you think what happened at COVID with everyone's kids and a lot of people, where everyone just gave up and said fuck everything, that's universal basic income. That's what's going to happen. And
there's no reason for anything.
Yeah, we just become cattle at that point.
Mm-hmm. Well, how do you? Yeah, it doesn't. The whole thing doesn't work.
Yeah, that's basically what happens.
There's no favor. It doesn't work. Anyways, it's not going to happen. So.
I don't think it's going to happen based on the kind of people that we are, but I think there's lots of folks out there who are praying for that.
Absolutely are.
So,
all right,
let me show this real quick. Okay, go ahead, ask your question, then I'll show some pictures.
Did anybody in the chat figure out what this is? Did you guys Google it? Did you guys find it?
I thought we settled.
Yeah. But did anybody? Polish,
okay.
World War II.
And while you guys are looking that up, this is from Armament and Axis. So check this out. Says he's been busy. This looks like his studio.
His music room.
Yeah, studio here. I guess he's been working on the studio. Shout out to him out there. And everyone else. Well, did anyone put in there that they figured out what that thing was, Walt? I don't know if you saw that.
Oh, Armored Axis says, something about employment and his brother and for Patrick.
He's been busy doing his thing.
Potato masher. Not really a potato masher in the true sense, but
a potato masher.
It's an anti-tank weapon.
It's not a sticky bomb, right? It's the type that
no sticky, no magnets, like that. It is a shape charge, so it's for
you put it up top like that, and you pull the handle. Right?
You throw it at it, and it's supposed to just hit it, and boom, go off.
Oh.
So what is hitting? What is hitting and activating it? What part of it?
The top. Well, any part. It's
you gotta
pressure
land like this.
Oh, okay.
Because the shape charge is in here, so.
Okay.
But the trick is you gotta be real close to the tank.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they found that people don't like doing that for some reason.
Blowback.
A big ass
machine
tank
guns.
Looking at your face.
Machine guns.
Yeah. So. You know what? We didn't talk about the 80%ers. I know it's in the same bucket as everything else, Walt.
So
what do you think? What do you think about this? The 80%ers. It's back on. It's back on.
I heard about it. So it's the same type of injunction, right?
It's something
nationwide
similar.
Injunction.
Yeah, something similar where, to the whole brace thing, where basically,
once again,
it's kind of settled at this point. Except if anything else happens, Supreme Court has to take it up. Right, that's my understanding.
And ATF doesn't want to go to the Supreme Court because it'll probably get shot down.
Yeah.
but it's one of those weird things that kind of like sounds like it just remains open in this injunction state. You know, function, conjunction, junction. What's your function?
But what do you think about this as a manufacturer? Are you getting in? You staying on the sidelines?
Well,
it's been a yo-yo for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we don't do Glock. I mean, we're selling the stent tubes and stuff, which we did before. Mm-hmm. We'd stopped doing that for a while when this whole thing first started. Then it was on again, off again, off again, off. So we're selling that stuff again. Mm-hmm. We don't do Glock blowers or Glock frames, which the whole thing was the main focus, the ghost guns, the scary ghost guns, right. And AR lowers. I have completed AR lowers. I don't have 80% lowers. So.
I think they wanted to take that further, but yes, I would agree with you in principle. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was their incremental thing that like they would probably try. So yeah,
I think they were trying to see if they could get that passed, and then, I mean, they would basically try to stop you from having 3D printers, all kinds of shit. You can't have equipment.
Oh well, yeah. Tools. So like we're talking about business and the government. Mm-hmm. 3D printing is technology. As technology advances, you're going to ban everything because you're scared of it.
That's what they're thinking. That's what they're going to try.
With that mindset, you should ban the AI then.
Of course,
that's far more dangerous than anything we're doing.
Yeah, they're going to put restrictions or bans on AI, but they're going to totally fucking use it.
Oh yeah.
So it's the same thing with guns. They're not going to not use guns. Same thing with 3D printing or anything else. They're going to use it. They just don't want you using it because you're too free thinking.
That silly picture of Putin laughing at Zelensky and make him do it jacking off in front of him, just like that. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's the Russian way, anyways. You remember back in the old days when somebody would fall out of favor, they'd race him and redo the photo so the guy standing next to the premier's gone. Right. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's AI. But anyways, yeah. So they're so scared of this. Everybody in the government, these type are all scared of their shadow. It's like, he might do something bad. In the meantime, the guy's taking a good old-fashioned gun and running out shooting people. He's not using AI to do it. He's not printing his gun. The average person can't 3D print their.
They can't 3D print something that actually works.
Yeah,
I have one behind me and it functions, but it's not.
I don't think that's the thing that scares them. I think what scares them is that in time you will be able to, and it's going to get better. But that's what's supposed to happen.
Well,
that's how it should be.
Yeah, that's what's supposed to happen.
Nothing wrong with that.
It took my son a few attempts to 3D print a frame. He finally got one that worked fine. But
we need to move things forward. We need to the idea that we're going to stifle this is ridiculous, right? Mm-hmm. If you think about it, to go back to Ukraine, for example, a lot of the things they're able to do is because of what we're talking about. Right, if they were trying to do this in 1950, 60, 70, 80, 90, 2010, they wouldn't be able to do it. But in today's world, they can do it.
Well, it would have been different things they were making back then.
Right. But understand what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Just like the Hamas guys making their own rockets. Mm-hmm. You can do that tomorrow. You can go get the sugar and the stuff and mix it up, and you can make your own rocket and fire your rockets.
Drones. They're doing drones and all of that.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
They are. Yeah.
Yeah. But once again, the drone thing's not new either. That's not new technology. That's freaking 20 years old already now. So it's just a matter of hanging a bomb off the bottom and dropping it. It's the different idea.
I don't think that's the problem for the people who want to control us. I think the problem is they don't want us to have our hands on this. They want to be the ones that they want us to go, listen, you're safe. We're taking care of you. We got that stuff over here. You just go over here and you do your thing and you don't worry about it. That's how the people in Israel wound up in the position that they're in. Human beings are supposed to stay in a state of fear. You're supposed to be concerned of what's going to happen. You're supposed to be thinking about it, preparing for it, looking. I'm not saying be miserable and all that. Live your life, but be ready for the things that may happen. They don't want us like that. Right? Yeah. But they want other people like that. So they're not going to get rid of these things out of the world. AI is not going away. They've been using AI against us for a long time. What do you think TikTok is? TikTok is China messing around with Americans with AI. Mm-hmm. I was just looking. I know we have a minute, but I was looking at the last. Mission Impossible is out. I think it's a 2-parter, so part 1, I think it's Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning. I was looking at that, and they're talking about, like, it's an AI type of thing, like, the AI's taking over the world. I'm like, man, it's a good movie. I like the movie, but it's kind of old. It's too late for that. We've been living in that world that AI's taking over the world. We've been there for a long time. If you can't get away from TikTok, you've been living in it.
Yeah.
No, here, TikTok's fine. Just use it to make money.
But people don't realize
it's using those folks like a Trojan.
Mm-hmm.
Use it to get what you need. If you need to promote yourself or promote your business, promote it there. Don't go and live on it. But
it's not just spying on you; it's manipulating you and pushing you in a direction. But YouTube does that. Instagram, Facebook, everything's doing it. We're gonna take a break. We're coming right back. Yeah.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of manufacturers like Safety Harbor Firearms. SHF is a quintessential family-owned small business, totally representative of the American dream. Safety Harbor Firearms is a Florida-based manufacturer of the compact entry stock and the SHTF 50 upper for an AR-15 lower. Also, SHF happily delivers on your Sten gun parts needs. So don't forget to check out stenparts.com and safetyharborfirearms.com.
Bitches.
Yeah. If you think that, like, if you just realized the whole thing of AI, okay, yes, YouTube is an algorithm. It's been around for a long time. Google is an algorithm. It's been around for a long time. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of these things are an algorithm that controls you.
Your voting program.
Yeah.
That's the scary thing about that. I don't trust any of this stuff. I mean, unless somebody physically, you don't want to computerize the whole system because survey says it's not. You can't hack it. They go these things. Oh yeah, anything's hackable.
It's too late for that though. Everything is computerized. We're past that. That genie's out of the bottle.
But anyways,
you're one of the weird dudes that walks around with wads of cash. You, Walt.
No, you are wrong. I'll tell you what.
I'm wrong.
You are wrong. There are a lot of people walking around with wads of cash.
As people are going to start doing it, people probably are doing it a little bit more now. But it's too late even for the cash that you.
I don't have a wad of cash right now, so I don't.
That big honking wad in your pocket of cash, Walt, it's not necessarily worth.
It's not cash.
It's not necessarily worth what you think it is.
Well,
right?
Yeah, and
we're past that. Mm-hmm.
Every time they start paying people at McDonald's $20 an hour, your money just lost money.
Remember when they were pushing for this? Yeah. Have y'all noticed the people complaining that McDonald's is now unaffordable? Has anybody noticed that?
Yes, there was a big thing in California about it.
That everybody needs to make $15 an hour.
Because nobody is talking about why it's unaffordable. They're just saying, they're greedy. They're so greedy.
No, not greedy. You're making money. You're making the kind of wages that for doing $7 an hour work.
Yes, there was something in California where people were saying that Happy Meals are too expensive.
Yeah. Some woman got
here we go. I'm pulling it up right now. Unhappy Meal. Furious McDonald's customers slam fast food chain for charging crazy $16 for burgers, fries, and a soda. It's not affordable anymore.
Everybody said this was going to happen.
Of course.
I know. We all predicted it, and then no, that can't happen. That's not what's going to happen.
No.
And people are also mad because they go to McDonald's, and instead of the crazy teenager in there pushing buttons on your menu, you have to push your own menu.
Oh, and now you know what? All the McDonald's, no more refills out in the lobby.
Really?
It's a whole bunch of stuff.
They're taking all that out, so you have to ask for a refill. No more of that. Bring your cup up and fill it up 100 times.
Yeah.
Maybe they were having problems with people walking off the street, bringing their cups in and filling it up.
Yeah. But have you noticed that all of the McDonald's now, if you go into one, you'll see the self-service things that you punch?
Yes, because they're going to fire people.
Yeah, they don't want you to even go in there. A lot of them are like, "Oh, don't come in." So I know this because if I'm traveling and I want pancakes, I have to go into this freaking place and get my pancakes.
Six of them at one time, you got a special order.
My van can't go under the freaking.
Oh no, you can't do that. No.
Can't drive under the thing. So they don't want you to go in.
Well.
And if you go in, they want you to go to the little screen and push the screen. Well, this is what you asked for.
Yes, people need to realize that.
You get the world that you asked for, kind of like you're saying. So, why does a car that should cost maybe $10,000 cost $30,000?
Oh, cars are going to be expensive, man. You're going to wish it cost $30,000.
They're actually, I think, who was I talking to over the weekend?
The average car price is about $60,000.
Toyota's making a car for overseas that costs like $10,000. It's a little smaller thing, but it has no airbags. It has no this. It has no that.
Mm-hmm.
You
can't have that here in America.
Well,
that's why we don't have the new Suzuki Samurais. We can't have those.
We can't have those, and there's one government agency that's responsible for us not being allowed to have them.
And it's a 3-letter one too.
That's correct.
Mm-hmm.
That is absolutely correct.
Are you talking about EPA?
Yep.
There's a reason why. I watched a whole thing on this the other day. There's a reason why the modern Ford Ranger is the size of an F-150 from the 1980s.
Right.
It's because of the EPA. I'm not kidding. It's because of the EPA.
Right. That's why you don't.
Go ahead, Walter.
You don't have any little mini pickup trucks or anything either.
Why is that? I watched a whole video on why we can't have mini pickup trucks.
I'm not a conspiratorialist by any means. Let me just throw something out there.
Okay.
Why is electric such a big deal?
What, the cars?
Why don't we have any more diesel cars here?
It's control.
Well, yeah,
and they only get 50, 60 miles per gallon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
we had a diesel Jetta that got 45 miles a gallon. It was awesome. It stunk to high heaven, but it worked great.
Well, but they don't
they're regulating the crap out of diesel. Basically, they don't want diesel, which is
to eliminate it to make room for the
electric. And electric is a means of control.
I don't think it's just to make room for the electric. But I understand what you're saying, But
why do you if you could give somebody a little bitty car with a little bitty turbo diesel, maybe a hybrid that gets 50, 60, 70 miles per gallon, and it's easy to make and the parts are cheap, why not? Oh no.
Yeah, because I think the problem is, Walt, we have abstract laws, right? Like you said, outside of these laws, people will just make whatever they make, and then people will buy whatever they want to buy. So This is the thing. Like, for me, I'm pretty much like over regular engine running shit. I'll be honest with you. Just because I realize like how much power I get out of driving an electric thing. Now, the thing I'm going to miss is the noise, but the flip side of that is it's actually easy and comfortable to drive something that's not making any noise.
Actually, riding in the Tesla is like riding in a quiet, modern engine car for the most part. Going down the road, it's about the same. You don't have the engine noise, but in a modern luxury car, you don't have really an engine noise either.
Well, you're not hearing the engine noise. You're well insulated and all that, so you're not hearing whatever engine noise is. And if you're on the highway, you don't hear it anyway because a lot of the cylinders.
After riding in your car, that's my thought on the
I just think it's more enjoyable, but I like all kinds of things. I think we should just be able to do what we're doing, and things are already getting. Yeah,
the market should be allowed to decide.
Correct.
But also, things have always been getting more and more efficient.
Yes.
Well, hello. Yeah. I grew up in the 70s, 60s, when you go down the highway and there's oil marks all down the highway.
But I don't think. But you know what though, Walt? I don't think it has anything to do with efficiency. I don't think it has anything to do with like saving the planet.
No, it doesn't actually.
Anything like that.
You're getting to my point here. It's got something to do with control.
Yeah, absolutely. I would agree with that. I think that's the point of all of this. The point of everything is to control and pacify people and make people just stay in a little box where they know where you are and how to control you and what to do with you when they want to do.
That man said this was good for me, and I agree with him completely.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, when he wants to come and take your blood and take a kidney for the rich guy, that's good for me. I can work on a one kidney. It's not a problem.
Yeah.
It's like,
No. When it's not. I don't even think it's that. I think you're going to wind up being a Happy Meal for the aliens. That's my personal belief.
I know we went over time, but there was one story you sent me today about Biden's family member, the Secret Service, shooting somebody, breaking into a car. That's homicide.
Shooting at. Here's the crazy thing about that. If you look at that article, I'll pull it up here real quick before we wrap up. So they're this is the granddaughter, I think. This is the chick who got married at the White House. Secret Service opens fire on people attempting to break into car outside Naomi Biden's home. So if you go through and read this whole story, I'll save you guys that. She wasn't in the car or anything like that. The Secret Service guys were outside. They saw someone trying to break into their car.
They opened fire?
They opened fire on these guys for whatever reason. Don't hit anyone.
But you can't.
And the guys get away.
But you can't do that.
No, you can't. You can't.
You can't do that. You two can't do. I can't do that.
Nope.
I'd get arrested, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, I'd be worried. I would be worried about the Secret Service guarding me that opened fire on someone and didn't even hit them.
But why are they opening fire on somebody trying to break into?
You're right. I'm just saying. But realize though, if that was a real threat, they didn't hit those people.
Well,
just think about that.
Yeah.
Well, how effective are they? If these guys were actually up to something, they missed them.
Why are?
Oh yeah.
So are you saying that that's not his daughter? That's a niece.
That's his granddaughter.
Why does she have Secret Service?
Because she's in the family.
Special.
Yeah.
Special?
That's his son's daughter. I think that's the son that died's daughter, something like that.
Yeah, one of his sons died. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's that. But for whatever reason, they all have. Listen, this is the reason why they don't worry about what's going to happen, because they got Secret Service guards that can't hit shit. So I think they should worry. I think they should worry about the shit they're bringing down on the world. But
why do you start shooting at someone who hasn't even violated or broken into the car? Or even if it was breaking in, you don't shoot somebody from outside. This is in a
residential neighborhood.
Well, of course it was. She don't live in the bad part of town.
Yeah. So if I live there, I don't want to know these mofos are opening fire and not hitting anyone. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what. It's going to be interesting to see.
Nothing will happen.
Yeah, nothing.
It was just a mistake.
It's like the cocaine. It's like the cocaine. Who left the cocaine in the White House? Oh, we don't know. I think
nobody did. Our
the FBI is closing it. They closed the case. They said they don't want to violate anyone's civil rights.
They're not black. Come on. What are you worried about their civil rights for?
Oh, Lord. Who knows? It could have been Kamala's cocaine, for all you know. But, yeah. So whatever.
That's probably right next to it. So anyways,
right, yeah. So.
Bless your heart.
Okay, yeah, listen. We got to stop. Otherwise, we'll keep going for another hour.
It's fun, yeah.
Yeah, it's been too much fun. We got through this too fast. I'm going to let these guys tell you how you can support them, follow them on different places and all of that. Let's go. Babyface, we'll start with you.
YouTube.com/BabyFaceP, Instagram, baby_FaceP. I haven't posted in a while. I have some stuff on the way. I've had life-changing circumstances. Nothing too bad. It's just things have been different.
If you need a place to move into, just wait outside Babyface's house for him to come out.
Do not pretend to be a dog. I will not take you in. I already have two that I didn't. The second one I did not necessarily want.
If you saw Britney Spears outside in a dog costume, you take her in.
He's a very good creature, and I do not regret taking him in. But
he's gonna pretend he didn't hear me now.
We literally were driving around this morning, and Barley's like, "There's two random dogs in that field over
there."
No.
Look the other way. There are not two random dogs in that field.
Next thing you know, you'll be bringing cats in. No.
Nope. Those are somebody else's dogs to worry about. They can take them or leave them.
You've done your part. You've done your part, Patrick.
And
Buckshot, you will wake up in the morning and Buckshot will be over you with a butcher's knife.
But Buck is funny. He's so hot and cold. He likes having a dog around when he's in the mood to have a puppy around to play with. But then 80% of the time, he's like, leave me alone. I don't want you here. I have no interest in you.
I believe
it's ridiculous.
I believe it. Okay, Walt, how can the people follow your shenanigans?
Oh, everybody know MP5K and MP5 stocks are back online too. So if you're looking for one of those, check it out.
Oh yeah,
Safety Hard Firearms and Safety Hard Firearms is on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, and Play Your, along with Dirtfoot Racing on the same outlets there. And then there's stemparts.com if you need a new hoodie. Need a field
I forgot
hoodie,
the hoodies. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot.
Weather's here
There's
for that
the hoodie.
finally, right?
Sooner it would be cool enough. That thing's comfortable. I sat that one time we were talking about. I sat here the whole time with it on. It wasn't dying or anything. So.
Yeah.
No,
so if you want to get this, you got to go to STEM Parts if you want to get the new Raindrop hoodie and support these.
Yeah.
Support the baby faces.
Yes, scratch.
Oh, he's scratching. Lola says, "Stop it, Hank." OMG. Okay. He knows if Britney Spears was out there in a dog suit, he will sell it to Marley.
I'm calling the popo.
I'm gonna put her in a hoodie if she's out there.
Okay, all right. So listen, it was fun hanging out with everyone. Big thanks to all the folks out there for hanging out with us. We appreciate you guys. Lolo just put a link to stemparts.com where you can get the Raindrop camo hoodie, and we will see you next week. I'm out of here. We are out of here. Let me hit the buttons. Let me see. Oh, I got to do it. I'm stealing Walter's line, by the way. Yeah, I got to do it the right way. Let's hit all the right buttons at the right appropriate times.